All right. There's that. I already see. That's why I already see. I already see Cefico in the chat bright and early. How you doing? Welcome back. We're done with God of War. I forgot my backrest pillow. Give me a second. And I already see a problem because my clock is both not in daylight savings time and also 14 minutes fast on my Nintendo Wii. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Alright, well, we can fix this one pretty easily. We'll just do that. It's fine anyway. Oh, because I need to check and make sure I have enough storage space anyway for this to work, so I'll check that in a minute. Yeah, at least the date's right. That's true. We got one thing out of 3. I'll take it. I think it's in calendar. Yeah. So this needs to go down to like 28, and this needs to go up to 16. That is 4:28 p.m., which is what my clock says. So now data management. Save data for GameCube. I have 27 open blocks. I am not 100% sure if that's enough. Excuse me. Well, I think they're abolishing daylight savings changes, so it shouldn't be an issue anymore. Boy, I hope so. Daylight savings hasn't been relevant since we stopped taxing candle wax. Like, good lord. Hasn't been relevant for like 100 years. It's about damn time they stop. Let me see. Maybe the instruction manual tells me how many... Well, I don't know if I want to touch the instruction manual or else I'll turn to moth food. Let me just see how many blocks it is on Google. Hold on. Skies of Arcadia memory blocks. Maybe I should specifically put Legends in the title because I'm getting the memory blocks required, but that's for the Dreamcast, so... I don't think it's telling me. Yeah, this one is a really small memory card. I had a bigger one, but it corrupted a while ago. It was like, I want to say 150 blocks. I think this one's only like 60. But it corrupted like years and years ago, like back in like 2015 or something. So, well, I think I'll get rid of both of these because I did everything I wanted to do in Paper Mario, so it's fine. And Custom Robo... I mean, I have 44 blocks open. That's probably enough. We'll leave Custom Robo because that still has multiplayer capabilities. So, I'll leave it for now. Animal Crossing GameCube even came with one extra. Holy crap. Did that run you any more money for Animal Crossing GameCube because it came with an extra? Because if it didn't, that's a pretty sweet deal, so... Yes, to the recycling bin with Paper Mario, exactly. Because we don't need to waste the paper. It can be recycled into something new, something better. It was priced like any other GameCube game, and that's a pretty good deal then, because that means you basically got a memory card and a game. Like, you bought a game and you got a memory card either for free or at a reduced price, so it's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so I think that's everything in terms of the technical difficulties. I have my backrest pillow. My clock is correct for about 3 days until it ticks over too fast, because it's been doing that on the Wii, which is another reason why I wanted to get all this stuff done before the Wii craps out on me. Hopefully it'll last another 6 weeks. Knocked on wood, so hopefully that'll help it. And I mean, I could emulate this stuff eventually, but Nintendo emulation is hard to do because Nintendo takes down websites that have their stuff on it. And I figured if I already had the hard copy, I might as well, you know. So. And then Animal Crossing's data took up the entire card. Ah, sneaky. They were like, "Hey, so you want an extra memory card? We promise it'll come in real handy." Oh, that's funny. So, you'll be here for the Arcadia streams. Might be quiet and chill. Sounds like a plan, Cefico. If you want to be quiet and chill, then feel free. If you want to talk, then feel free. I'm just glad you're here. All right, I'm gonna mute the microphone and let everybody listen to the intro music because the intro music's pretty good. And then I'll turn the volume up a little bit for it, and then I'll turn it down again when I start talking in about 2 minutes. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes. And on that triumphant note, let's begin the final GameCube game that I will be playing for the stream. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this is Skies of Arcadia, the Legends Edition for the Nintendo GameCube. So, I have a little history with this one, and I do, in fact, mean a little. I bought this in a bargain bin at EB Games. Yeah, we're going that far back. I think in like 2005 for less than $10. I don't know why it was so inexpensive. The game at that point was only a couple of years old. But I bought it in like 2005. I played and beat it in like 2006. And I haven't touched it since. The only time I've done anything with it is with the music of it, where I've gone back and listened to the music. So I haven't played this in an even longer time than Paper Mario. But I hesitate to label this one as a blind stream through because I think it's going to be like riding a bike. I think I'm going to just get it back as we go. And I think it's decently simple anyway. So, at least from what I remember. But it was pretty fun from what I remember as well. Nice classic JRPG. So, it's going to roll over in a second if I don't press new game. So let's press new game and get started. And now I can read chat before it asks me about vibration. Yeah, no signal and then signal concern. Oh no, my capture card does that all the time with stuff like this. It just like it loses the signal when it's booting a game up, and then it gets it back as soon as it boots up. So it's fine. Yeah, I knew it wasn't just me who was thinking about like Smash Melee with I don't want to say who she is yet, but the character there when she was in front of the moon. It had that same like sweeping feeling to the music and then the moon and everything. I knew it wasn't just me. And Lifeblood's here as well. How you doing, Lifeblood? Let's see what the hype is all about. Yeah, here we go. We'll see. Yes, and we are live and ready. So let's get moving with Skies of Arcadia. We'll disable Rumble feature because I don't think I need it. I think you can find some stuff in the game with it, but there's like a sound effect attached to it as well, so I don't think I need it. But if I do, I can re-enable it later, I think, in the options menu or something. Yeah, there you go. Right there. That was the concern, so let's no longer be concerned. And let's see what the game starts with. I gotta tell you what, though. I don't remember seeing this game in 60 FPS before, so this will be a first for me in a number of ways, but like, maybe it's just been so long, but I don't remember seeing this in 60 FPS when I first played it. But it definitely is on the screen here, so. That's a very fancy-looking Kirby airship there compared to the Imperial Dreadnought that's chasing you. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me she's on a, oh, what are those things called? The Warp Star? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Coliseum beginning. Yeah, so it was a Smash Melee moment in the intro, and now we're looking at the beginning of Pokemon XD when Shadow Lugia takes everybody away. Yeah. Yeah, I think the name of this ship is the Halberd, if I recall correctly. They introduce each of the ships later on as well, from what I remember, so we'll see. Yes, let's just knock her out and then take her. Sounds like a plan. Because that can't go wrong by, you know, what if we knock her out onto the controls and then she steers directly into the sea of clouds below us? Yeah, almost exactly like that. I thought you said don't hit the ship directly. That looks like a direct hit in the back. And again, maybe it's just like stale air hitting the ship or something. It doesn't exactly look like it's the sturdiest thing in the world. Oh, Meta Knight's Halberd? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true too, isn't it? Yeah. Because then Meta Knight would have been chasing her, yeah. There you go. Oh no, a fancy dude, here we go. Yeah, don't directly blow it to smithereens, that defeats the whole purpose. Well, I guess that worked out, I think. We haven't been told if these are the good guys or the bad guys yet, but usually when there's an empire involved, they're the bad guys. It's basically shorthand in video games at this point, or most stories, honestly. Maybe it was an explosion. Maybe she's a load-bearing boss? Or maybe someone's attacking you. I'll give you one guess, Alfonso. It's pirates. Because it's always pirates, isn't it? And their flag is blue, so you know they're the good guys. Again, shorthand. Is this a Star Wars beginning? Something like that, yeah. A little bit. There weren't pirates in Star Wars, though, from what I remember. There's also no Darth Vader in this one. At least, not yet. Alright, let's board and disable their vessel. Well, it's kind of hard to miss the gigantic helmets, yeah. It's a fair point, actually. Yeah, they would keep the best stuff, being the Empire and all. So this is our main character, Vice, of the Blue Rogues. That's his pirate crew's name. Yes, I will. Or incredibly strong. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they gave me an overpowered character at the beginning of a video game. Have you seen Symphony of the Night? Came out about the same time, so... Oh, but we have a partner to help us. There's Aka, who's our second party member. Well, yeah, I mean, there are like 4 of them, so that's 2 for me and 2 for you. I don't know, their music sounds very trustworthy and not oppressive, yeah. Bigger power in the intro is bad, ground roll, exactly. Maybe there's a Darth Raider. Let's find out. Yeah, Aika or Aika. I don't know which one is correct, and I'm not sure if there's an official pronunciation. You could say however you want. I'm used to saying Aika, but it could be Aika. I mean, it's kind of like Aiko, I guess, but that's EI, so maybe that's what's tripping me up. Yeah, and we're robbing you. There you go. Love airships and stuff like this. Yeah, quote unquote. It's like, well, we could be a regular ship, but let's be fancy. I don't think that's how this is gonna go. I get a feeling we're gonna be tossing your corpses over the side. Alright, so we have our first battle. I was gonna say I'll let you listen to the music, but the battle theme stays the same throughout the game, so we'll hear plenty of it over the course of the game. So we have plenty of things that we can do here, but the main thing we're going to want to do right now is just attack. Although, I will mention that you can actually change the color of your weapon by pressing the Y button. This doesn't really do a whole lot for us right now, especially since the enemies here aren't particularly vulnerable to anything that we have. But I do want to start with green because that will get us some healing spells. Basically, the color of your weapon determines what magic experience you get at the end of a fight. So we'll start with green, we'll get some healing spells, and then we'll go to red and we'll get some offense. The battle system in this game it's turn-based, but the enemies and you can launch either close-ranged attack or long-range attacks. It doesn't affect the power of the move as far as I'm aware, but it is... Basically, it gives you style points. That's the gist of it. So, alright, we took care of the one guy. We're a little iffy on HP, but that's fine. We can take care of this guy and then be done with it. But yeah, there's no, like, positionals or anything like that where it's like, oh, I hit him in the back, so I'm going to do more damage. That doesn't exist in this game, but still. Alright, so as you can see, we got 3 experience points, and we got 2 magic experience points. So those 2 magic experience points will go into our weapons there, or rather into our magic points, and Aika already ranked up her green magic. I believe, if I remember right, it's the number of magic experience times the number of characters in your party equals the total amount that you get. So, like, we got 4 from that battle, because I had 2 magic experience base, and then 2 characters with the weapon green. So that's what you get. And it passes it across all characters, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, gotta please the audience with style moves, exactly. Yeah, Aika Rumba, indeed. One of those where you choose and then you all go and then next turn. Yeah, basically like that. And you can choose to play offense or defense, and, you know, there's an SP bar at the top. We don't know what that's for yet because I haven't demonstrated it, but we'll get there. Yeah, I mean, if you think it's just the 2 of us, which apparently you do, you don't know who you're messing with because we have a whole crew of pirates, including a man with a gun. He just had to make an entrance, didn't he? I mean, we're all here with these traditional weapons, swords and shit. You'd think the Empire would be the ones with the guns and the helmets that resist guns, but apparently not. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's less intimidating if I call you Dad, so. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Bye! Yeah, Aika's main weapon is a, or Aika, depending. I'm gonna probably mispronounce it now. Like, I'll do multiple translations now because of how I said it before. But her main weapon is a boomerang, and then Vice has twin swords as his weapon. He uses it kind of in like a Mengosh style, so like the front sword that he has is his guard sword, and the back sword is his attack sword. That's a Sacred Crystal that will heal us, just like the Sacred Spell that we got, so that's cool. I don't think you're required to fill out the maps in this game to get 100% completion, but you might have to, so I'll try my best. I don't think we're going to do 100% of the game, though. Like, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be unlocking the 3 secrets, which is basically the 100% reward. But, yeah. What is blue sword? Yeah, we don't have blue element yet, do we? It's kind of weird that Vice has a blue element in the cutscenes, but we don't have it in the gameplay yet, isn't it? I'm sure that actually, I have no idea why that is like that. I was going to say, I'm sure it's not important, pay no attention to that, but no, I have no idea why it actually is like that, so. I don't know, Alfonso, I only see one rat here. And a bunch of rat guardians. And they decided to send you on a scouting mission because... why? You don't even have any lights on you there, bro. Like, what do you mean, bask? It's a fair point. But then again, that's exactly how they got here, isn't it? Essentially. Well, no, not really. They got here because they're evil! And have the most money. Yeah, so very important. Is that your sister, Fancy Dude? Yeah, they do kind of look alike, don't they? Well, we'll see.
Dispose of them.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's the bright lights. Alright, then. Yeah, you'll hear occasional voice clips in the game. Kind of, honestly, similar to some of the 3DS Fire Emblem titles, now that I think about it. But it's basically because this game originally came out in 2000, and that sort of, like, voice acting stuff was just starting to take off the ground, so, yeah. You guys are standing in a strange formation, considering I'm pressing up and down and it's jumping all over the battlefield. It's okay. Alright, we'll just go one at a time, because that seemed to work out pretty good in the last battle. Oh, nice! These guys have even less HP. Fantastic. Bonk. And another bonk. How did you get that around Vice there? Oh well, whatever. Yeah, you can also counterattack in this game. There's a chance that either yourself or your enemy will counterattack a physical attack with another one. And sometimes it comes in handy, so works out pretty good. Vice, you don't have any magic yet, so why don't you just smack this guy upside the head. Do I want to use my magic right now? So Sacre's cost there. So every magic spell in the game costs 1 MP. You'll see the MP next to her level there. But it also costs the amount of SP that it shows in the box there. So Sacre would cost me 2 SP and 1 MP. I'm not really a big fan of that, but I don't really know. It's fine, I guess. It's just not like... It feels less dynamic than, like, let's say, Chrono Cross, where you just build up the element power and then you can use it, but I don't know. It's not a big deal. I'm just spitballing. Oh, well, we leveled up, and we got a bunch of stats out of it. Good. And got a bunch of magic EXP, too. Yeah, guess who dies now? You get angry how Vice holds that sword with the frontal sword, you mean, where he kind of holds it backwards like that? Yeah. It's just there for style points, really. It's, like I said, it's meant to be like a main gauche, basically, where he uses it as almost like a parrying dagger, but it doesn't have a guard on it, so, like, it wouldn't have that effect at all, so... Yeah, that's kind of what it more resembles to me, is like a tonfa, basically, so... Because a tonfa, you would hold it like that. There's like a grip, and then it's an edged weapon or a blunt instrument that you would use. Basically, you would punch somebody, and it would, like, whip around. Well, not whip around, but, like, you'd punch somebody, and the added impact of the weapon in your hand would add offense to it, so... I don't know if that's the best explanation, but there you go. I'm going to switch Eika over to... red element, actually, so she can start working on red attacks. Because red magical attacks are more offensive, and they're multi-target, which is really nice, because that means I can get some AoE going. Yeah, the handguard there, so it's kind of weird, his sword, because it looks like he shouldn't be able to hold it in the handguard there, but if you look at the actual weapons model, the guard on the inside of the blade like that is extended, so it goes through the entirety of his hand and it barely pops out the other side. So it's a little funky looking, especially if you're not used to it, but yeah, it makes some sense. Are you ambushing? They're all looking away. I don't think so. I think there's a preemptive strike function, but I don't think we got it in that battle, so... That's not a door, right? That's just a... No, it's not a door. Okay. Well, then up we go. We gotta go after Alfonso, who's over there. And I think if I remember right, there's another thing we can get over here. Or not over here. We gotta go forward and then around and back. Okay. You know he holds it on the guard. That's what makes you angry. Okay, fair enough. That's a good point, yeah. Maybe this is a preemptive strike then, since they are looking away from us. I don't know. Oh, I see. Soldiers are the ones with the higher HP values, and then the guards are the ones with the lower HP. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. I guess we gotta hit the soldier then. Since he won't go down in one hit, unfortunately. The rest of them will, though. Yeah, because they didn't take a turn there, so it must be a preemptive strike. We just didn't... It doesn't tell you, I guess. Well, that's fine, I guess. No big deal. That's no way to hold a sword. It isn't really helpful, in all honesty. It doesn't really make it easier for him to hit things, and again, it wouldn't really work in defense either. I mean, I guess he could parry with it, but not like... Again, there's just no guard, you know what I mean? Like, it's not protecting anything, like a shield or like a, you know, a dagger with a handguard on it. It's not protecting anything, so... It's not the only problem that Vice has with weapons in this game, though, if I'm honest with you. The problem with Vice, compared to Eika when it comes to physical attacks, is that Vice starts with 90% accuracy. And as we all know, when you don't have 100% accuracy in an RPG, that's my menu button, not my center camera button. I don't know what the center camera button is. Maybe it's both at the same time? No. Okay. Or maybe it... Yeah, it is. It's just L and R at the same time. Okay. But, yeah, as we all know, when you don't have 100% accuracy in an RPG, it means that you'll miss more often than 10% of the time, so... Well, that's just great. Actually, now I kind of want the ship, all the valuables, and the person you kidnapped, so... If I'm being honest with you. I don't excuse you. Damn, I thought that would work. Okay, well anyway, he's off that way. But before we go that way, let's raid the ship of the rest of its goodies, shall we? There we go, some extra gold. Not that that's going to help us too much, but there, it's fine. It'll get us a little bit of the way to our next upgrades. I think, maybe. Yeah, we're getting a lot of preemptive strikes. Maybe it's because I leveled up my my quick stat when when we leveled up there. I think Vice and Eika both got a level up to their quick, which is helpful because that's basically your how fast do you move in battle, and also how fast do you, like, how likely are you to engage in a first strike. So works in our favor. This guy's engaged, so let's hit him first. Like, you see how Vice was engaged with this guy, so now he's turned around, but this guy still has his back to us. That means this guy will get a chance to attack this turn, but if we don't touch this guy and we don't engage with him, he won't attack this turn, so... This one's guarding, though, which might make it a little harder to do stuff. Yeah, just a bit. Guarding, incidentally, increases your counterattack rate, if I recall correctly, so that might come in handy. I don't know, I think Eika might be able to finish this guy off. So I'll just whack him with both of them, because then she'll finish him, and then Vice will go after the next guy, so... It's not like some of those older NES RPGs where you don't have retargeting when you attack, so... Nice dodge. I might want to use a Sacred Crystal at some point here. We have 8 SP, by the way, so now if we want to, we can use an S move on the enemies. In this case, we have Cutlass Fury, which is a... it has 7 power. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, there's a button that lets you see what it does. So this is your boss-killing attack. It lets you do large damage to a single enemy, a lot more than a regular attack does anyway. And then Eika, whatever, doesn't have an S move unlocked yet, so we'll worry about that later for her. That would have been nice last turn, Vice, but thank you anyway. 90% sounds good until you miss more than you like, yeah, especially if you miss more than 10% of the time. What happens when you attack a dead target? It just retargets to the other one, so there you go. The next one, anyway. As you can see, Vice learns magic a little bit slower than Eika does, so But I did want to get him Sacred because more often than not, he's going to be attacking physically rather than magically, so he'll be probably better to use our healing moves outside of battle, and I'll tell you why. If we go to the healing moves in this menu, we go to Magic. Sacred restores a fixed amount of HP. It always restores 500 HP to any one ally, and it doesn't use SP outside of battle. So if you want Vice to use it in this example, he might be a good one to do it because he doesn't really use his MP for much of anything. Most of his offense comes from his physical attacks, so there you go. Hey, Marie's here. How you doing, Marie? Welcome back. Finally late for one. That's okay. We haven't done too much yet, so. In Golden Sun, the person attacking a dead target is forced into using Defend for that round. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. I mean, I guess that's fine. I think I'd rather they retarget things, but to a different enemy. But, I mean, whatever they want to do, you know. There is no treasure over there, so let's just pop this door open and see if we can chase after Alfonso. There is, however, a treasure right here, so. 2 magic droplets, nice. So now I can fully heal and also be fine. Oh, here's a save point, by the way. I forget if it's you just press A on it and save. I think that's how it works. But before we do that, let me use another Sacred and just top Vice off real quick, and then we can use those magic droplets. Even though I don't think he'll be, using these in particular. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use them, actually, because I don't think we'll need them for after this, so. What is SP4 as a value? It's your special moves bar, basically. So I showed Cutlass Fury. That's a special move. It basically lets you use your special moves or use your magic, but you use a certain amount of SP to use those moves. Like, for example, Cutlass Fury used 7 SP out of the 8 that we have when you use it. And Sacred, which is a healing spell, also uses 2 SP in order to cast it, along with 1 MP. So, yeah. Alright, well, let's save it now that we topped everybody off. I think we're fine in terms of having Vice have a little bit less MP. Because he's not gonna... did I get the chest here? I think I did. Yeah, it was the magic droplets, right. That door over there is locked, by the way, so we need to go outside in order to get around it. I remember that part, so... Oh, thank God, we got away from the alarms. It was starting to get ear-piercing. I'm surprised there isn't more, like, wind outside here blowing me away or something, you know? You'd think there would be, considering how high up we are, but maybe the wind is calmer up here. This doesn't look that bad for a GBA game. Oh, for a GameCube game. Yeah, I was gonna say, for a GBA game, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it's not too bad. It originally released on the Dreamcast, so it's more... I think the difference between the two is that some of the textures in this one are a little muddier because the GameCube version has a smaller disc. Like, the Dreamcast version was a full-size disc, so it could keep more memory, and that meant better textures. Whereas this one is a smaller disc, so the textures are a little muddier. Yeah, it came out on the Dreamcast originally. This is the enhanced edition that came out a few years later, so... And what were your preparations, Alfonso? Excuse me, what? I'm confused, what? Oh, well, in case you didn't know they were evil yet, there you go. That's not cool, man. I know that they're the enemy, but that's not cool. I think he just did do that. Well, that's just great. Man, 25 minutes in and someone's already dead. And we didn't do it, so, like, holy shit. Yeah, next Dr. Egad calls. Why is that a link? I don't know. Twitch seems to put anything with a period together like that, turn it into a link, but I don't know. Why do they always look like Alfonso when they have this sort of snotty, better-than-you attitude? Like, I feel like that's also shorthand. Yeah, it's not very nice. Dispose of a traitor? Even if he isn't a person that we particularly like. Didn't mean he had to die like he did. Yeah, I was thinking about it, yeah. You have pets on board your ship that you were also ready to dispose of? Okay. Okay. Big pet. Big pet! That's a bull! Why do you have a bull in armor? Uh-huh. Well, I guess that's a thing. I don't know if he can hear you underneath all that armor. All he can hear is... Yeah, Alfonso's our resident pretty boy dick. Cool then, pretty much, yeah. Although he has sicked a gigantic muscular monstrosity on me, Antonio! So that's our first boss fight. Yeah, that's what you were thinking. What did want the vice captain to do? Traitor who? Yeah, indeed. That's how Alfonso's thinking. He's like, what traitor? I threw him over the side. No more traitor. It's fine. Is that thing biological? It is. Yeah, it's got biology underneath all the armor. It's not mechanical, so... Probably a thing where he would just be framed for something. Yeah, pretty much. That's what he was doing with the vice captain. He was going to say, well, he's the reason that the pirates were able to take the ship. So, yeah, there's that. Let's explore some of our other options in battle, shall we? So we've seen guard, because the enemies have guarded, and that increases your counterattack rate. You can use items, or you can run, but you can't run from boss fights, so there's a thing. That's only in Chrono Cross. We have magic, and we have S moves. We don't have enough to use Cutlass Fury yet. We also have the focus command here. Now, what this does is it allows you to waste your turn building up your SP bar. So if you don't want to get physical offense off in that particular turn, you can have somebody doing that while you have somebody else attacking. For example, maybe have Vice and Aka do exactly that. I don't know. I might have them attack, though, because this guy's a little... he's a little tough because he's big and in armor, so I think it might take a little bit of doing to get through punch through his armor, but we'll see. Yeah, counterattack rate, not def... I mean, it defends. It gives you a little... You take a little less damage, but you can also counterattack easier by defending, so... Now, that is a line AoE, so if Vice and Aka were standing near each other there, they both would have gotten hit by that. Unfortunately, that's completely uncontrollable, but, I mean, it's usually not a huge problem, so we'll see how it works in a minute. I don't know, Aka, I think you might want to use a Sacred Crystal there. That might not be a bad idea for you, because we don't have Pyre yet. If we did, we'd be able to do a little more damage to him, but, yeah, we don't, so we'll just keep healthy. It's fine. Ooh, nice. That'll help. That'll make up for the offense that we were missing from Aka this turn. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. A regular physical doing like 60 should be fine. So we'll just build up as we go. And we'll take it to him eventually. Wait, are you Sky Rogues or Sky Pirates, and what's the difference? Well, they're pirates. The name of the pirate crew is called the Blue Rogues, so I guess it could get a little confusing. But yeah, that's the name of the group is the Blue Rogues, so there you go. Don't you get me started on my luckiest Final Fantasy XIII boss fight. The AI used moves in such a way that it kept your other two party members to the very side of the line AoE nuke. Oh boy. I love when that happens, don't I? Don't you? It's one of those games with AoE treatment that is a large magic circle. Yes, it is. Indeed. The magic circle is... Basically, most magic, as a matter of fact, all magic in the game is based on the moons, but we'll get into that later. So those magical circles are like the moons sending down a runic blessing of some kind. But we'll get into that later, because we have enough SP now to blast this guy out of the sky with Cutlass Fury. So let's go do that, shall we? After Aka does this. Nice. One of the nice things about Skies of Arcadia that you'll notice in the background now, after this... It's so ridiculously cheesy. I can't not enjoy it. But so you see how the boss has kind of got a little bit less than half of his HP at this point? Skies of Arcadia uses music as a reward, and it changes the boss fight theme to be more triumphant as the battle gets to the point where you have the upper hand. When you have the lower hand, it makes it more foreboding, but, well, currently we don't have to worry about that, so there you go. But yeah, so you remember how like Pokemon Black and White did that with the gym leaders, where you get low HP music and then you get final Pokemon music because they were on the ropes? Yeah, Skies of Arcadia did that first. I don't think it invented it necessarily, but it definitely did that first. So, we get 2 SP back each turn, so maybe I'll focus this turn. Might not be a good idea because he'll Thunder of Fury me. But I don't know if we'll finish him this turn, so... You know what? Let's just attack. It's fine. We'll be fine. Okay, he didn't counter there. That's good. And he might be dead. He is, in fact, dead. Good. Sorry, Antonio, but you weren't going to make this easy on me otherwise.
That was easy.
Cool. Yeah, and it's a low-level spell, yeah, so you get to see that even though it's a lower-level spell. Exactly. You would have loved to move them yourself, but I'll take it. Yeah, exactly. How'd we do on quick? Ooh, 9 quick for Vice from that level. Oh, because he got 2 levels, that's why. Okay, there you go. And from beating that fight, Aka got Pyre, which is good. We also got a Moonberry for finishing that fight. Those are used to purchase SP moves, so like, you know how Aka doesn't have one yet? We could have her use a Moonberry in order to give her one now. So we might just do that as well. So, why did he go up in flames? What the fuck? Maybe he was load-bearing. Maybe Alfonso strapped a bomb to him. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Alfonso. He's that kind of jackass, so... Yeah, sure we will. Is that going to be before or after they throw you in the dungeon for throwing your dude off the side? Because who in their right mind would believe this little shit? Well, he got away. But we have his ship, so that's good. Why is that Cutlass a Tonfa? Is that just for the style? Yeah, that's what we were talking about before you actually got here, Marie. It is pretty much just for the style. It's supposed to be, like, defensive, like a parrying dagger or a hand guard, but it doesn't have a guard on it, so, like, it doesn't really do a whole lot for him. So it's just for style points. So there you go. Yeah, but you love Victory Lies Before You. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's all good. I'm not saying that Pokemon Black and White did a bad job with it. I'm just saying it wasn't the first one, that's all. So, excuse me. Yeah, how do you guard with no guard, exactly? That kind of commander. The one who's a little dickhead who's been handed everything in his life on a silver spoon. That's true, and we have his gold now, so... Yeah, well, finders keepers. What are we going to do with a big ship like this anyway? Like, are we going to dismantle it for parts, or are we just going to take the stuff and dump the rest in the ocean? Like, take the gold and the valuables. Maybe she's a priest or something? I mean, judging by the outfit, I wouldn't put it past her. But it doesn't look like she's from Valua either. Unless everyone in Valua dresses like either her or Alfonso. It's a fancy house. You have a TV and everything, although it looks like the signal isn't coming in too well. What? I think her memory's a little hazy. She must have got hit in the head or something. Because we're adding all of the tropes into this RPG now. Well, let's hear it from the source first here, if she actually has amnesia or if she's just choosing to misremember things because she's hurt. So, or not choosing, but... She's awake, I think. What a sight to behold. The first thing you wake up, everyone's like staring directly at you 6 inches away from your head. Hi there. Well, you're on our ship, actually. Yeah, the Albatross. Well, safe as you can be on a little wooden ship, so... Yeah, good old amnesia. Gotta love it. More shorthand. So yeah, we're good pirates. We're not the swashbuckling kind. We're only swashbuckling when they're evil. So... And this is Fina. It's what you might have expected after the dream. So, sometimes in the game you're given a decision on different dialogue options. You can say whichever one you want, but there are specific ones that increase your swashbuckler rating. It's a hidden value in the game that affects the title that you get later on. You may have actually noticed the title in the menu when I was going and doing the magic stuff for Sacri. Vice has a title called Vice the Unimpressive. The more of these correct responses you get throughout the game, the higher your swashbuckler rating will go, and the better the title you'll get. So, but again, it's a completely invisible value, so the only way you'll know is if you pick the correct response, like this one. You'll get a little sound effect to let you know that you got the correct, you chose the correct decision there, so there you go. Yeah, your swash rank, or your swank, exactly. There you go. Some priest, some holy girl, or some royalty. Yeah, it's probably one of those three. Might be multiple at the same time, so. Alright, Vice, put it back in your pants, man. Aiko will bash you over the head with her boomerang. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard for her to have a reaction. Her face is painted on that polygon, so. Well, yeah, just a bit. Glad we at least got a laugh out of her. You really aren't from around here, are you? How sheltered of a life did you lead before your... Oh, okay, fair enough. Yes. So normally you'd think we were bad because of that description, but... Yeah, our group, the Blue Rogues, are the good ones, not the Black Pirates, or the Red Pirates, or whatever. But I think their ships are red. I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's two groups, and we're in the good side of the group, so. Yeah, Deuteragnus, that's a girl, has amnesia, etc. Where have I seen this archetype before? Oh, probably in every JRPG ever made. It's not true, but quite a few have used this concept, so. I don't know necessarily that she has amnesia, though. Like, we heard little snippets in her little memory thing that she had when she was unconscious, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't remember where she's from. Unless she specifically says that in about 2 seconds, and I totally eat my words. So. Yeah, we're like the vigilante kind of pirates. That just sounds weird. Whatever. You get the point. We don't rob people unless they deserve it. We're Robin Hoods. There you go. Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of easy to do. There are no windows in this place, so. Yeah, there's some tea on the table if you need it. Oh, there is a window in this place, but it also looks painted on. Alright, fair enough. I'll probably make fun of the polygons in this game, but it's fine. Like, the game came out in, like, 1999 originally, so it's really, like, I'm just poking fun for it's not for any, like, serious thing, you know? It's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't think Dad would like if I was poking around the hold looking for treasure, so maybe I should just keep going, so. Hey, Luke, what's up? Yeah, lots of treasure to be had, so. Oh, okay, well, fair enough. Yeah, after we robbed them of all of their valuables, they took off because we let them. Yeah, there you go. We take only what we need. Quite a few. How many is a few in your eyes? A lot. Oh, the eye patch. Yeah, actually, that is a good question because it's actually an accessory. It comes with him by default. The Skyseer goggles. He never takes it off even if you switch the accessory to something else, but it is his default accessory. It improves his hit percentage, and he really needs it because, again, he doesn't have 100% accuracy, so he needs the help. Anything with hit percentage, you're going to want to give to Vice, so he always... Basically, if you get your hit rate above 100, you'll usually hit almost everything if it's above 100. If it's not above 100, you'll start seeing some severe problems, like Vice will. But, like, in Aika's case, she has 110 hit by default, so she's fine. She'll hit all but the dodgiest of enemies with her 110 hit percentage. Most weapons retain their accuracy over the course of the game as well, so, like, all of the cutlasses that Vice will get, with the exception of a couple, will have 90% accuracy. Same for Aika's boomerangs. They'll all have 110% accuracy, so... Or most of them. Some of them have like 200% accuracy and never miss, but, you know, that's way later. So, gotta hit a very specific pixel there to get out of the door. Alright, I should stop messing around. Dad wants me on the bridge. So, you see how this came out on the Dreamcast. These camera controls, the movement, it's also dated. Yeah, and really slow, too. The camera movement in this game is really slow. But it's okay. I'm fine with it. Over 100. The fuck is this? Fire Emblem accuracy hit check? Something like that. It's an old JRPG, so it's about the same. I'm just glad it's not as bad as Final Fantasy Tactics. Good lord. If it wasn't for the fact that I had to listen to a dissertation just to play that damn game, the 90% accuracy being 50% in reality was enough to drive me away. So. But Dad, I was looking for treasure. Oh. Okay, great. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I'm never gonna get used to that, but, you know. Breaks, huh? Okay. He's, I forget if he's out on the deck or if he's, Oh, I don't think I can get out on the deck. Alright, well, let's have a chat with some people. Landis! Oh, Sky Rifts, okay. Have to watch out for those. Yeah, that would be really bad. Let's not do that. So they're basically like dividers on the map, essentially. If you the sky drifts, that is, they'll prevent you from moving to certain areas until much, much later. Why is it called a bridge anyway? I don't know. It's a fair question. You'd have to ask someone with a little more nautical expertise. I don't personally know myself, but there's got to be a good reason. So, what's up, Briggs? Yeah, something like that. Why are you telling me? Aren't you the one steering the ship? Or are you going to have me do it? Yeah, he's going to have me do it, because basically, in order to get around on the world map in this game... Wait for it. Wait for it, it's got to load. It's loading the whole world map. Yeah, you control the pirate ship, so you can sail around to your heart's content. It's kind of cool, actually. It's basically, you normally don't get an airship like this until much later in your JRPG, but in this case, they give it to you right away because the world map is just that gigantic, so there you go. Actually, yeah, how do I steer this thing? I don't remember. I haven't played this in a while. That question, by the way, didn't have anything to do with swashbuckler rating. It's only certain questions, so this is a tutorial for controls, so... yeah, so you move forward, backward, turn left and right, and use L and R to control your altitude. R raises you up, L lowers you. The C-stick does it as well. I think I prefer using the C-stick because then it plays a little bit like a twin-stick thing. I don't know, it just feels more comfortable to me. And yeah, if you want to dock at a harbor or you want to search around, you can press the A button. Normally, you don't have to worry about searching around, but I'll tell you when you'll want to do that in just a minute, so... I'm good, he already told me how to get home from here, so we can head to Pirate Isle. I forget which button is the map. I think there's a map button. That's my menu button. It's the Y button, there we go. But as you can see, we have no map at the moment. The world map in this game has to be filled out as you go. And I'll be honest, I kind of like that. It makes the whole world feel like a big, gigantic adventure in unknown lands. So it's kind of cool. I like it. Something tells me Daddy bites the dust and Vice becomes captain, or not yet at least. Well, we'll see. I mean, you might be spot on, but we'll see. Anyway, let's head home. Now, take a look at my compass real quick. Yeah, see how it's spinning out of control like that? That's because there's a magnetic flux field that we just entered. No, actually what it means is there's a secret treasure! We found the pirate's grave. And it is actually treasure, because this is a discovery. Discoveries can be taken to the, I think it's the Adventurers Guild or the Sailors Guild, one or the other, in certain towns in the game, and you can they pay you for these discoveries. Again, the world feels like a big adventure because it feels like you're exploring a gigantic, vast, unknown land with a lot of undiscovered hidden secrets in it. So, I kind of enjoy it. It's great. Yeah, I gotta get the Wind Waker fish to fill them in. There you go, with all the little blocks, yeah. That's it. Oh, a small fry. Gonna eat your dinner soon? You've been having a ton of issues today and you haven't eaten yet. Oh boy. Well, you should probably eat then. Probably a good idea. It'll give you a good place to start off at to get the rest of the day to go better. Anyway, the pirate's grave. It appears that someone has scribbled onto the stone, "Here lies an unknown blue rogue." The actual name has been worn away by the wind, but the first letter, D, can still be made out. Nobody remembers who rests here. Let's just hope it doesn't have another person whose name starts with a D resting here eventually. Excuse me. But yeah, there you go. So you can take that information to the Sailors Guild, and they'll give you some money for it. And that's why I love it. It's one of my favorite things about this game is the fact that the world feels so vast and unknown, and it feels like you, over the course of your adventure, essentially explore the whole thing yourself without feeling like it's like some world maps in games. It's like, okay, you have these little pockets of unknown areas, but most of it feels like a walk in Disney World or something. You know, it's like very set in stone where you're walking. But in this particular game, the world map feels like the complete opposite of that, like you're exploring a new continent or something. I like it. And yeah, if we go to a port city, we can't get there just yet because we got to go home, but once we go to a port city, they'll pay us for information, and that'll get us some gold for upgrades and stuff. But yeah, like Dine said, when you see the compass spinning around like that, it'll tell you that you found a discovery, so just mash the A button and then it'll pop up. And there you go. There's also this, by the way. Basically, what can happen with discoveries is that if you wait until certain story events happen, usually after we first get to the Sailors Guild, you'll find a discovery, and then if you wait until certain story events happen, usually I think it's like 2 or 3 story events have to happen before someone else will quote-unquote beat you to it, and then the discovery isn't worth as much money anymore. So try to take them in as soon as you can, because you never know when someone will decide, hey, I'm going to take care of it for you. These things here are used for something that we don't have access to just yet, so don't worry about it if you don't fly into those skyfish. I just figured I'd fly into them to see if I could collect them or not. Okay, and these guys are gastlings. Now, here's how you'll be able to tell. So, with weapons, it's pretty easy because you can just see what color they are by just, looking there. But if you want to tell what they are without looking at the weapon, you can also look at Vice's little mini portrait over there in the little box above my command wheel. See how it turns red when the border turns red when I get a red weapon, and then vice versa? Yeah, so that's how you know that's happening. These guys here are green element, it looks like. Like, you can see the border around their little mini thing up in the top right corner there. It says Gasling, their HP bar, and then it's green. There are 6 elements in the game, as it turns out. We only have 2 of them for now, but we'll get more as we level up. And they have specific strengths and weaknesses with one another, but they're very, obtuse. It's not like 1-to-1 like it is in Chrono Cross, where it's like, okay, so red is good against, I think, green in Chrono Cross, or maybe it's blue. No, it's red is good against blue in Chrono Cross, and then green is good against yellow, I think, and then black and white are good against each other. But in this game, it's a little less easily defined. I'll explain it a little more later when we have access to more colors. But for now, just use whatever feels right. Or try not to use the same color as what they are, I guess, is the best advice I can give. Because in 9 cases out of 10, you'll do less damage if you use the same color as what the enemy is. So. You want some sort of Sky Hydra? Oh, just wait. Maybe we'll see one eventually. The sky is vast and unknown after all, so I wouldn't put it past them. This guy only has like 20 HP. What the hell? That wasn't so bad. Maybe he's got a little more evasiveness. Okay, well, Mika leveled up. That's good. Get a little extra MP. That's not bad either in 5 quick. She's usually pretty good on her quick stat, though, so it's not too bad. Yeah, 110 accuracy, huh? Yeah, still looks like she missed a little bit. I think those gaslings are one of the more evasive enemies. Usually if they're floating, they're a little more evasive than other ones, but well, we'll see. We got Pyre. We have it on both of them now, right? I think so. And that means now that I can actually kind of blast the field with it, because if we take a look, yeah, here we go. Summons a burst of flames, damaging all enemies on screen. So you get a multi-target move fairly early in the game, and it's very useful. The Pyre line of spells is pretty solid throughout the entire game for AoE damage, so it will work in our favor. Is this a little mini ship that's hovering out here? Yeah, it is. Let's go take a look. A merchant ship. Yeah, we've been pretty busy lately, so something like that. Well, thanks. Good to hear. Yeah, that guy will normally buy and sell stuff from you, but, well, we got to get home first to Pirate Isle. We're not really hiding ourselves from the Valuans by calling this place Pirate Isle, are we? Oh, well. Maybe it's just like a name that we know, and it has a different name on the actual official world map. So 90% of enemies, since, you know, Sky Islands. Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point. On the world map, most of them would be floating. Because, you know, it's the sky. Well, we'll get there.
Hey.
Must be feeling a little better. You came up for some fresh air. Unless you're feeling seasick? Airsick? Airsick. Airsick is a thing, yeah. So she's probably feeling a little airsick below decks. Yeah, that's our island. Right over there. Take a look. Just a small port town, as it turns out. Not a whole lot going on here. Yeah, this guy airsick. Oh, Final Fantasy VII's translation. That'll be a fun one to pick apart, because it's funny when we get there. We'll get there eventually, not just yet. Soft spot for the kids, huh? Yeah, well, we're ticking all those boxes already. Might as well tick that one, too. Ah, but there's a secret compartment inside of our island base. It's hollow, as it turns out, so that's how we can dock the ship. I mean, I guess we could have done it up on the island, but that would require, I would imagine, fuel to keep the ship floating, so. Are there normal ships in worlds like these? I think there actually are some normal ships in this game, because certain islands have water sources on them, and you'll need a normal ship in order to get around on them, so. I think, anyway. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do distinctly remember you going to a water level or 3 in this game, so. You never finished 7? Got to the literal last thing you do in Disc 2 and lost your mind. You couldn't do it anymore. Oh, I don't think it's that bad, but I mean, it's fine. It's personal opinion stuff, so, you know. Yeah, this was a pretty good haul, actually, because we can use the armor for our own armor, and, I mean, the valuables will be pretty good, so. Oh, wow. Opens the whole thing up. It's a transformer, this island. You already broke the game so badly you didn't have to try. Yep. That sounds about right for Final Fantasy VII, and I will attempt to not do that when I do the playthrough, so. I will raise some stuff that will make the game easier, but only for the super bosses, and I'll try not to abuse it during the normal game, so. Sounds like a plan. More grog! Hopefully it's the good grog. Did we get any grog from the Valuans? Because they probably have good grog. What, the... taking all this stuff? I guess. Is red fire or attack magic in general? Yeah, it's, every single type of magic has attack spells and support spells, but red magic in particular is more focused on attack spells. Specifically multi-target attack spells. There are a couple of buffs in there, though, that are pretty damn good, but we'll get them later, so. Green magic, incidentally, by contrast, is more focused on support, because that's where the healing spells are. But there are a couple of attacking spells in there, too. They're not very good, but they're there, so. Yep, exactly. So, we hide from the Valuans by being completely ambiguous, even though the name of the island is Pirate Isle. Well, anyway. Or we won't give you a tour because Dad needs me for something again. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Well, the tour will have to wait, I guess. Yeah, he'll make you swab the decks again, even though we haven't done that yet. It seems like this guy's doing it, actually. Oh, it's just a song. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta do something to pass the time, so it makes sense to me. I think you can go straight up there by climbing this hole. Yeah, it's not a rope, so... But we'll go up the long way, just for the hell of it. Yeah, it's like an attack up buff, yeah, basically. So, and green attack magic is probably light elemental. So you're right on 1 out of 2 there, but that's okay. We'll get there. You'll get to know what the green magic and everything else is later on. So, trying to think if there's an element that would be classified as light elemental in this game. I guess silver, but well, we don't have silver yet, so we'll get there. Alright, well, let's take a look at what's up on level 2. They said there was a tavern around here and a shop, so maybe one of these doors has the shop. So I can sell my valuables. Well, I found the tavern, I think. How's the grog? Must be pretty good. So Loqua must be like a, maybe not a local drink, but yeah, loquat berries, there you go. I don't even know if I said that right. Yes, an anchor for the save point, exactly. Yep, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's very, like it has a good identity as a save point, because not a whole lot of games have an anchor as their save point. Yeah, silver element, interesting. Doesn't look like she's drinking anything with loquat in it, though. Fair point, actually. Yeah, maybe we should come back. Fair question, because I have no idea either. Apparently these people are very familiar with it, though. It probably is. Delicious and very alcoholic. You grind up moonstones into that shit? Holy crap, that's hardcore. We're gonna be late again. No, not really. Fair enough. Have to swab the decks again, even though we're not swabbing them yet. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if there was a real point to this cutscene, but I figured I'd, see it anyway. First of all, I didn't even know if it would have any impact or point on the story, but sometimes it's nice to just see these little extra sections, Doesn't look like there's anything up here. For now. Yeah, all these little nooks and crannies will probably have secret treasure in them later, but for now, it doesn't look like it. I think we go up that way, but I'm gonna go this way first. I think all these people will eventually have new dialogue over the course of the game as well, but I don't know if I'll bother talking to all of them later on, so. Are 2 main characters adults or teenagers? I believe they're teenagers. If I remember right, Vice is 19 and Aka is 17, I want to say, or maybe 18. I forget. One of the two. So, I'd have to look at the wiki again to tell you. There's a crystal in Dragalia Lost that most people grind up and dissolve in a drink like water. One character just straight up eats them, calls them mana chews. Oh boy. I don't know, maybe it's because I have this feeling that crystals are like glassy, so like it'd be like chewing glass, and that just to me doesn't sound good. Yeah, that's probably a good point. It'll make it easier to, get the stuff here. Alright, well anyway, that's enough of that. Let's head up to level 3. Shall we? I think Dad's office is right up here anyway, but there's a treasure over there, actually. We can't quite get to it yet. Actually, no, Dad's office is up on level 4. Quick search says your 3 heroes are 17. Okay, there you go. So they're all teenagers with attitude. Yeah, well, sometimes you just gotta kick up your feet when you get home and drink some grog. More booty, and this is the shop. Okay, well, shops, plural. I guess Zach is our shopkeeper? Oh, Vice was talking about stuff behind him and around him. Okay, cool. You eat salt, they're not glassy. Yeah, that's true, actually. So I guess it's just a paradigm thing, you know, like all a matter of perspective. Yeah, no grog drinking for them. They're not of the legal limit yet. Chewing glass results in bleeding from the mouth. These are more like eating a Manitou sounds more like eating rock candy. Oh, okay. She does this throughout the day in multiple crystals. I hope her teeth are all right then. Good lord. Yeah, this is the weapon and armor shop. And yeah, I guess so. You can also talk to the shopkeepers and see what they have to say. I guess I could buy and sell weapons now and just see what he's got. You can't sell discoveries, though, unfortunately. So, oh, there's the fish that we got, sky sardies. Common fish at the bottom of the food chain. They are fare for most mid-ocean residents. They eat sardines around here. That's how bad the economy is. That's just great. So we could get a pirate cutlass or a leather crescent. We don't have a whole lot of money yet, though, so I'm thinking we might wait on this stuff until we have a little more cash to throw around. Thanks anyway, Zach. And then we have the other shop over here. Let's go take a look. Aaron's item shop. I don't know. Should we buy anything from the item shop? Probably not a bad idea, because this stuff's pretty cheap. Especially, they even sell magic droplets at this one. Now, it only restores 1 MP at a time, but still, you usually don't get ethers this early in your quote-unquote Final Fantasy game. There's also Curia crystals, which will cure all status effects. So, I mean, yeah, ethers and remedies this early is pretty good. So, crystals are good if they dissolve with saliva. Yeah, that's the important part right there. So grog, is that an alcohol-free joke? You were too German to understand. It's so pirates drink grog, at least in English-speaking circles. Grog is like, it's basically cheap liquor. Essentially, it's like the cheapest you can get because they're pirates, and so they normally don't have 2 wooden nickels to rub together, so they just have really cheap, yeah, it's lean. It's very cheap liquor, so. Or moonshine, yep. Although moonshine can be a little expensive depending on where and how you get it, so. You think she's an addict? The first thing she does after organizing and assisting in the jailbreak of herself and her comrade was to run to the nearest stall that sold Manitus. I think she needs rehab. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually, yeah. Oh, boy. Let's actually buy a few sacred crystals, then. Oh, left and right goes up 10. Okay. We'll buy, like, 3 of those. We have 2 of them, right? So we'll buy, like, 3 of those. I have 160 left, and then we'll buy 5 of these. Sounds good. Now we got 5 of each. Cool. Thanks, Aaron. Will do, because I'll probably need more supplies eventually. Actually, don't know if we need all those supplies right now, because I think you'll get quite a few in the next area that you go to, but well, we gotta get there first, so. She's a damn good marksman, though. She uses a gun. Great, because why not? Dragalia figured out how to implement guns into the gameplay and story with ancient technology. Oh, okay, that kind of a gun. Great. What you meant is no grog. Is that an alcohol-free joke? You are too German to understand. Oh, yeah, no grog for you, as in you don't get alcohol because you're, they're underage. They're under the legal limit to drink alcohol in the United States. The legal limit in the United States is 21 years old. So that's what we meant by that. Sorry, I should have clarified on that. That's my bad. It's different in Europe because there's different age restrictions, or there's no age restrictions for alcohol, depending on the country. So, homebrew more than moonshine if it's an illegal delicacy. Yeah, there you go. Fair enough, Matthew. I think we can sleep there as well for free, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I think that's just above decks, quote unquote, as in like in my house. But we'll get there. Let's go see Dad before he makes me swap the decks again. Yes, we did. Just don't beat me over the head with that sextant, Dad. I know what that is. I played Final Fantasy XII. Actually, I think Euclid's Sextant was a pretty decent buffing weapon in 12. You had to hit your own party members with it, but if you could ignore... Actually, I think it ignored evasiveness, so that wasn't too bad, actually. Oh, well. I mean, we did just rescue her, so it seems only fair. Or piloting a Kirby airship like yours. Defend Fina, sit quietly and listen. I mean, we did rescue her. I think it's probably fair that I, you know, sit and let her answer for herself. Yeah. Also a fair point. Yeah, we don't know what her plans are. She could be evil, but, I mean, she doesn't look very evil if she is evil, so... Who knows? Maybe these guys don't have a drinking age. That's true, yeah. And as if you care, you're a pirate anyway. You played Terraria, so you know sextants. There you go. Get him from a few different games. No, those things confused the fuck out of me. I was an idiot as a kid. No, me too. Believe me, I understand. I only came into using those measures, I think is the name of the weapons class in 12, like later in my life, because I finally understood what the hell they did and how to use them effectively, so... Technically, you need to be 18 in Germany, but no one cares, so go ahead and drink at 15 or so. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, defend her. Objection! I do almost look like a piratey Phoenix Wright, so... Why does that mob have bubble now? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Huh? I mean... Yeah, let her defend herself, then. Or... not defend herself. We did save your life, but... Oh, wow. That adamant about it, huh? I don't know there, Dine. I was gonna say... Something tells me someone who has our worst interests at heart wouldn't be so adamant about... Yeah, I just can't tell you because I don't want to put you in danger, you know? Oh, there you go. Well, that was easy.
So much.
Staples button. Still don't have that prop. Yeah, you should probably call her by her first name now, Dad, so she doesn't feel like a prisoner.
Yay!
Alright. So let's take her up to the top. Every time we talk, once per conversation, you will have to remind me. Alright, so anyway, now we can take her up to the top side where she won't be, you know, getting airsick or something. But before we go in there... Can I move it like this, or do I just have to push it? I think I just push it. Yeah, there you go. There's a secret button in the bookshelf, because of course there's a hidden passage behind the bookcase. Why wouldn't there be? And if we climb down here, you may recall I noted that treasure chest that was down a level from this, so if we go down here, we can grab it. So. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize I was at the bottom of the ladder because I wasn't looking at the screen. There's a little bit of gold. That'll help with buying some stuff. Yeah, get your bottom up top side, bilge rat. That was not a pirate accent, but okay. That's true, we're not on the ship, yeah, so she wouldn't get airsick or seasick. Can you get cave sick? I don't know. I haven't been in a cave long enough to ever feel sick in there. I guess it depends on like what gases are inside the cave. But anyway, that's for a biologist to answer, not for me to answer, so. What's up, Luke? Okay, sounds like a plan. Yeah, you couldn't go up topside until you talked to Dine anyway, so... Excuse me. Oh, there's 2 chests. Okay, well, we found one of them, but we haven't found the other one yet. Where could it be? I don't think you can get to it from here, actually, but here's this thing that I showed before where you could go up it and down it if you want to quickly get back to one place or the other, so... Yeah, I don't think we can get to the other chest from here. I think we have to go topside and then enter from a different entrance to get in there, so... Yeah, if there's a lot of bat droppings, maybe, yeah. I could see that making somebody sick, yeah. In a cave, you'd probably get claustrophobia. Yeah, different kind of sick, but yeah, you're probably right. It's still sick, just not sick from other things, like vertigo or whatever. Oh, you're gonna freshen up for dinner? She's got competition now, so she has to go freshen up. That's just great. Anyway, let's walk around Pirate Isle. I almost called it Sailor's Isle, but no, that's a different island. This sign has nothing on it. Maybe it's the children's drawing board. Because there are some kids in the village. There we go, this one has something on it. Please do not step on the garden. Yeah, probably a good idea. I mean, don't want to get scurvy. Not like some of those other pirates. I like Pirate Isle. It's very Starting Town-esque. It's like... See, that's the thing about this game, is that there isn't a whole lot that it does that's super experimental, but I think it does the stuff that it does well, in terms of, like, even though it's using a lot of tropes and stuff, it doesn't mean it's bad. It does it well, I think. So... before we go anywhere else, we could go all the way up to the island at the top there, but we'll go there later anyway because we're required to by the game, so let's take a look around. This is my house, by the way, or Vice's house that we are passing behind right there, so we'll go there in a minute. But first, I forget where... No, I remember now. Yeah, see how there's like a little seam in the grave marker here or whatever it's supposed to be? If you tap on it, you can walk inside. Is it really a party of 3 the entire game? Yeah, we get more party members. These 3 are going to be in the party for basically the entire game. The 4th member kind of swaps around over the course of the game, so... There's another Moonberry. We can check that out, actually, because if we go in here and we go to the Super Move menu, that'll allow you to use your Moonberries to buy the different Super Moves. So, in this case, if we want to buy Vice's next one, we need 1 Moonberry. And if we switch over to Aka, her first one also needs a Moonberry. I think I'm going to buy this one because Aka, you really want to get her second super move before you do too much else, because it's a defensive move, but it's really helpful in the vast majority of boss fights throughout the game. So I think I'm going to grab hers first, and then we'll work on Vice's, because he's basically your physical attacker for the entire game, so his attacks will do the most damage out of anything, and his super moves. Out of anything that you get. So, but let's learn this one, Alpha Storm, which allows her to use a line AoE that deals some damage to the enemies in front of her for 4 SP. So that's not bad. And in addition to that, we also can access an anti-magic shell around all allies for 1 turn. It also blocks allies' magic, but it completely prevents magic from doing anything to you on a single turn. And later on in the game, when the enemies start using attack all things that can inflict instant death on you, this is really nice. So let's grab it, Delta Shield. Pretty cheap too, only 2 SP, so not bad at all. Alright, so now we'll start using our Moonberries to get Vice some physical attacks, because Cutlass Fury is pretty good to start with, but it'll need to be swapped out for something else later. How did I get in here? Hold on. I'm lost and trapped! There it is. You kind of like that drawback? Yeah, it's interesting. It sort of forces you to work around it a little bit, you know. It's really good, but you have to work around it in order to make it work properly. So, it's cool. I like it. Let's go out to this island just for the hell of it, because, like I said, we could go to the island topside, but it's a long climb, and I don't want to go all the way there and then have to climb all the way back down. And there's a treasure over here. Some magic droplets. Cool. What's up, big guy? Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, you have to get your land legs back after being out at quote-unquote sea the whole time. Or in this case, though, in the sky the whole time. Yeah, no beta moves for this girl, boss. Yep, she just skips straight to Delta. Literally ultimate mitigation. Use wisely is in small text. Pretty much. What's with the magic crystal heal? So the magic droplets will heal your MP, which are used specifically to cast spells. Not super moves, but spells. So I'll show it when we get into another battle. There's an MP bar. I can even show it on the menu, actually, so let's see. Yep, exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so everybody has MP in the game, and when you cast a spell, it doesn't matter what spell, all spells in the game cost 1 MP. It could be the lowest of the low healing spell or the highest of the high attacking spell. Doesn't matter. They all cost 1 MP. And then, on top of that, they also cost a certain amount of SP to cast. So you have to kind of micromanage a little bit. Thankfully, most of the spells that I'm going to be using don't cost a huge amount of SP to use. The key word there is most. Some of them are just straight up unusable in most situations because they cost so much SP to cast and you need to use that for something else, like actually attacking physically. So, we'll get there. Alright, so we'll make another save and then head to my house. There's some stuff you can do in the houses, but I don't think there's any, like, treasure or anything to find. So, maybe we'll check for treasure, like, tomorrow. Just break into people's houses and steal their valuables. We are pirates, you know, so of course, why wouldn't we? Where's your costs maximum resources move? We get one of those. We'll get there, but we get one of those. What you mean when you prevent magic with that special move does also block healing items? Probably, it does not block healing items, actually. It only blocks anything cast from the magic menu, it blocks. So, a super move it won't block. Or an item it won't block. So you can still heal yourself, you just have to use items to do it. It makes items pretty damn good in the game because you can do most of the things you could do with magic, with items, without having to use MP, so items are a little too powerful in this one if we can get some items, but we'll get there eventually. Like, some that aren't just one-offs, that is. So I don't think you are, young lady. I think you... Yeah, there's only like 4 different families living on this island, so we'll take any house guests we can get, you know? Oh, hey, Eika, what's up? It looks... You know what? No, she's gonna hit me in the face if I say it looks the same, so no, it's fine. It looks good. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so this is where the game sends you all the way up the ladder anyway, so you might as well. And now I think is a good time to go see the houses, because I think after you go to Lookout Island and you have dinner, I think they send you right off to the next area immediately, so... If there's any treasure, we'll want to grab it beforehand. I don't know if there is, though. I'm just thinking back, and I don't remember there being any treasure chests in houses, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, especially in a trying time, like when they're trying to not get murdered by crazy value-in soldiers. So. And we could chat with the other folks around here, I guess, but that's alright. They can't have that much interesting stuff to say. Besides, I'm already chatting with the folks inside the houses, you know. What's up, Granny? Yeah, so that's the fuel source for all of the ships in the world, is moonstones. And apparently they're pretty common because, well, they happen to fall all over the place, so... And I would imagine, she also said you use it to keep warm and stuff, so I would imagine they use moonstones as a fuel source for these fireplaces and that sort of thing, so... Must be quite a few of them. This place is fancy. This must be, yeah, it's like the dueling hall, basically. What's up, Timus? A few pointers, huh? No, I think I'm alright. I kind of got an idea. Yeah, I actually do know enough about the battle system to be alright, so there you go. Hey, is it Kojo or Koho? Sorry for mispronouncing, but welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good myself, just playing some Skies of Arcadia. This is our first episode, so we're starting off right. There you go. It's Kojo. Okay, gotcha. Well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We gotta get out of here before an RPG trope burns it down, yeah. Gotta get out of the starting village and quickly. Alright, well, let's chat with a couple more people and then we will get out of here. I don't think we got to chat with Boris the last time we were here, so. He's right, though. Using magic and super moves effectively are important in battle, but I'm good. I got it, Boris. I'll be good. Yep, sounds like a plan. It's okay, this place won't burn down. It's made of stone. The rest of these buildings, they're screwed. Try and not have an emotional breakdown. Well, sorry to hear about that, Marie. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully the day gets better for you after this. So, alright, not a whole lot going on in here. Flowers that are, you know, entering and exiting reality. So that's just great. This looks like some kind of freight elevator, actually. Huh. Oh, I see. So it's like wind power, and the turbine turns the little service elevator here to lift the cargo in and out. That's kind of cool, actually. Well, that makes sense to me. It's good thinking. Alright, so now let's head up to Lookout Island. Is it... It's this one, right? I'm pretty sure this is Lookout Island up here because, I mean, it's the lookout. And the lookout goes all the way up to the top of the mast, and that's where they look out from, so... Now, that being said, it's a very, very, very long climb to the top. I'm surprised I don't hear Snake Eater playing in the background at this point. It's kind of a weird-looking light on the left side of the screen there, isn't it? Huh. Wonder what that's for. I'm sure it's not important. Maybe it's just a reflection from the sunlight. I don't know. Final Fantasy II decided to go at Mach speed when it comes to making the starting town burn to the ground. Yeah, it sure did. It did it in the prologue. You didn't even have control yet, and the starting town was gone. Oh, boy. It's also probably very windy because it's a completely isolated floating island this high up, you know. Well, that explains your adventurous spirit. Of course, you gotta be a little careful being adventurous if that's waiting for you. Good lord. But I want to figure it out, because that's my character motivation. Yep, there you go. Well, sounds like a plan. We gonna use the parts from the Valuan ship we just salvaged to help start building your ship there, Vice, or what? You might want to watch your little, shawl there. Hopefully it doesn't blow away. Oh. Okay, fancy. Ah, okay, so yeah, apparently, again, the moonstones must fall decently commonly, but I guess Vice and Eiko were surprised by it. Oh. Okay. That was pretty close, then. Yeah, and that's another thing. Vice uses his goggles to, they have a zoom in and zoom out function on them, so he can use them to look at things from far away in some cutscenes. It's, again, it's not really something that comes into play in gameplay too much, but in cutscenes, yeah. So. Not first time, actually, Kojo. Second time playing. I've only played and beaten the game once, and that was 15 years ago, I want to say. I think if I did my math right. Maybe, probably closer to 16 years at this point. But I imagine it's like riding a bike. I just sort of get it back as I go, you know? So, I have some idea of what I'm doing. Just not a great idea. So... Yeah, remember what Granny was telling us in the house, or maybe you weren't out of the party, so you didn't... No, you were in the party, you just weren't out front and center, so you didn't hear her talking about the moonstones being used as a source of energy. So I guess you don't have to talk to the townsfolk, because a lot of them will give you information that they'll give you anyway in the story, but I like to talk to them anyway sometimes, just for the hell of it. Excuse me. Try that with a damn bullet hell. I'm garbage at Rabby Ribby now. Well, don't... I wouldn't worry about that, because if I played Rabby Ribby blind, oh, bad things would happen. Like a first-time playthrough of that, bad things. Bad things would happen, Marie. So. Oh, there you go. Be like a little mini-adventure. But first we should probably get some food in us, so. I love how she always knows where we are. I guess this is normally where we hang out, so. Probably a good idea if we can get down the ladder quickly enough to go eat it. Is it really smart to have Vice go first? Isn't he like a hormone-fueled teenager? What happens if he looks up? Actually, I'll answer that question. Eika will kick him down the ladder. That's what'll happen if he looks up. Oh boy. Don't play on the alternative difficulty curve, not unless you play often. Also, you might have to turn on mature content for your streams if you stream, Rabby. Oh, for sure. I have it on, so it's just once you press it the first time, unless you like clean out your internet history, I don't think it asks you to click on it again for mature content. So at least I think that's how it is for mine anyway. Like when I use my internet browser cleaner. So you're up bright and early. I just got out of bed. I need to take a shower first before you go on an adventure. No, that's not true. We just go right along. Anything in my room worth salvaging? No, not really. Alright. Hey, Mom, we're going on an adventure. Yep. Oh, cool. What you got? Yeah, so you'll get some Sacred crystals, which is the second level of healing spell, so... Yeah, if you really need a pick-me-up in a battle, you can use that. I believe it restores 1,000 HP instead of just 500, so... There you go. Oh boy, people gonna think you're streaming an H game looking at those character designs. Yeah, oh boy. This is a very good game. You'll be seeing you around. Alright, sounds like a plan, Kojo. I'll be at it about 2.5 hours to 3 hours a day, 3 days a week until we beat it, so... I'm anticipating between 6 and 7 weeks worth of streams with that schedule, so... But yeah, I'll hopefully we'll see you around then. I don't know if that means you're heading out, but if you're not, feel free to stay as long as you like. Well, ain't no big deal, Fina. So. You sure you don't want to come with us? I mean, you don't look like you'd be very powerful in a fight, but you might be able to, you know, heal us or whack them upside the head with your fists. So. I mean, it's a JRPG. It'll take ages. It is a JRPG. I don't think it's, like, particularly really long, but I think it's probably about 50 hours long, so, yeah. Ooh, and I get some more loot. A purple moonstone. Cool. And yeah, so basically you'll get moonstones over the course of the game that'll allow you to use different types of weapons. So now we can use purple weapons, and that'll be pretty useful because purple weapons are really good against red-type enemies. So, matter of fact, red and purple are basically opposite elements in this game. If you attack one with the opposite color, you'll deal like 40% more damage. It's the most pronounced any of the weaknesses in this game get, so it's pretty ridiculous. Also, purple magic is pretty good as well. It's more single target than multi-target, but it's still pretty good. So we'll probably grab some of that while we're at it. And yeah, if you want to learn a magical spell, you're going to want to set your weapons to a specific color, and then you can go from there. You're staying for a bit, waiting for dinner. Alright, sounds like a plan there, Kojo. Stay for a bit, kick off your shoes, stay a while. We'll be at it for another hour or hour and 15 minutes, so... Yeah, and then there you go. You can press the Y button in battle, and it'll let you change your weapon style. So. But yeah, grab that stuff before you leave. It's pretty good stuff, so... Or you could come with us, but again, she doesn't really have a weapon, so fair enough. She can hang around with the kids and the puppy. I forget. I think the puppy has a name, but I don't think we get to know what its name is just yet. I tried interacting with it, but it didn't do anything. Maybe I can do it now, if they're still running around. It's a little early, though. Maybe the kids aren't out yet. Yeah, they're not out yet. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Save, and then we'll head off to Shrine Island. We can use a little skipper that's out by the vice captain there, and that'll let us get there. So if we go this way, we can head up here. Yeah, see the little, I think this is, I think it's either called a skiff or a skipper. I forget exactly what it is, but it's basically the size of a lifeboat, and you can use it to go out that way, so. Yeah, I'm surprised Dad actually let me do it, but I guess we do need moonstones for the energy source for our ship, so. Okay. Ah, yes, so this tells you what moonberries are as well. So if you eat them, you can get super moves. Yep. We already did that, though, so we already have Delta Shield, which probably won't come in handy just yet for us, but it will once the enemies start using more magic. So, alright, let's go to Shrine Island. You like to think you know this game very well. If you get stuck on something, not that you will, but just in case, you'd love to share info. Yeah, usually what I do there, Kojo, is like, if I'm stuck on something, I'll ask in chat, and then I'm fine with, like, I'm not going to be like a hard ass where it's like, no, I don't want any spoilers, because there will be times where I'll genuinely be stuck. So I'll just ask, and then if you feel like answering at that point, feel free. So that is accurate terminology. That's a first. I'm almost never accurate with my terminology around here. There you go. Anyway. Next page. We have a journal. I don't think I've ever read the journal, so let's take a look. Strange clouds. Oh, okay. So this is like the story so far type of a deal. Okay, well, we'll check that out, I guess. And we've got our discoveries right here. There's 6 pages, and there's 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 discoveries per page. Is that what it is? Let's see, that's 64, that's 80, excuse me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 88 discoveries, if my math is correct. Yeah, that should be correct, I think. Anyway, but yeah, there's quite a bit to discover in this game, so there you go. We want to go straight north of here. I don't think, this is west, so that's not really what we're looking for. I think there's a couple of discoveries you can make out here, though, so let's just have a look around, shall we? Why not? Like right here. I think the falls here are a discovery, but I'm not 100% sure about that. There's some fish here you can grab, at the very least. I don't remember where all of the discoveries are in this game, so yeah. Oh, okay. I went too high up. The fish are trying to attack me now on their way up to the sky. Quite literally, because they're getting a back attack. We have a new enemy in the group here, though, a looper. That guy is very evasive. He will dodge basically everything except magic, so yeah, we're gonna have to work on that. I think counterattacks might be a little more accurate, though, mostly because you can't activate them normally unless you guard, so. Yeah, just putting that out there. You love this game in case you didn't notice. No, I had a feeling. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the assistance that you'd offer there, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I need anything in that department. We have a few magic droplets, so let's use some fancy magical moves since we have 4 SP. Let's try out Pyre and see if we can hit that looper.
Give me strength.
We should be able to. I also didn't switch to purple weapons, so I think I need to do that in a minute. But yeah, as far as I know, magic can't, unless it's like a debuff, I don't think magic can miss. Okay, that looper is immune to fire. So, there you go. Keep that one in mind, because they like running away. Even more of a reason to get some purple magic, because then he shouldn't be immune to that. So. And in order to get purple, we just need 8 magic experience, so that's not really a big deal. I will just attempt to remember that when we get into battle the next time. I could have sworn these were a discovery, but I'm not 100% sure about that now. We're basically at the bottom of the barometer there, so That is also, I think, accurate terminology. The barometer on the left side of the screen shows our height. But I could be wrong about that. It sounds right, but I could be wrong about it, so. What's the map say about this? Well, I guess we'll look after the battle, so. But let's switch to purple this time. I think in this case we actually do want to switch to purple because I think that's a maraca. Yeah. These guys are blue element, but I think purple, either purple or green does really well on them, so. Well, we'll try it out and we'll see what happens. Or should I get rid of these gaslings first? Nah, I can get rid of them with Pyre. It's fine. Okay, I mean, that didn't do too bad. Maracas have that big hard shell, so they're pretty defensive. Makes it easier if you hit them with magic, because that does pretty damn good against them. So, not the best, but not bad either. I also forgot to switch Aka's weapon, but that's okay. Sometimes I forget in battles, as you can see, but I'll try to keep it in mind for next time. They said straight north to get to Shrine Island. Oh, there it is. So there's a rock face preventing us from going there. So we'll just head right here instead. Let's dock on Shrine Island and see what they've got for me here. It's the first dungeon of the game, basically, so. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any, like, tent items in the game where you go to a save point and you can basically heal yourself to full from them. It would be nice, but that means you gotta kind of micromanage your magic droplets and stuff a little bit more. So I'll try not to, like, blast through all my MP right away, because that wouldn't be good. Oh, okay, well, that'll make it a little harder to get in and explore, but... Maybe it's haunted, or it has monsters in it. That could work, too. Well, fair enough. We are pirates. Let's go look for some buried treasure. How bad could it possibly be, she says, not knowing what a terrible fate awaits us at the end of this dungeon. Well, I guess it's not that terrible, and not specifically for us, but, you know. You can go back, by the way, by getting on your ship if you want to go back to Pirate's Isle to get some more supplies. Might not be a bad idea, either, to get some supplies, but we'll get there. Oh yeah, I can actually do it in the menu here as well if you go to equipment. And while you're on that, you can, I think, switch it here? No. Okay, well. I don't know what they meant when you go to equipment menu and switch your weapons element, but I know I can do it in battle, so that's all that really matters, I guess. Alright, but we're here, so let's go take a look around. I don't think there are any monsters out here for now, but I think once we get inside, we'll be having a little bit less luck with the encounter rate. So. And yeah, it doesn't look like we can move around just yet. It's okay, though. Alright. Yeah, this place is filling up pretty quickly with water. Yeah, we're gonna need to fix that if we want to get that moonstone. Yep. Do we bring our scuba suits? No. That's later. I mean, do we have enough arm strength between the two of us to even lift the damn thing? Yeah, we should probably try to drain the water. Makes sense to me. Okay, well, good then. It's a good point. We don't exactly know that yet, but... Oh, yeah, good thinking. Yeah, oh boy, a water temple, yeah. I kind of get like a, you know Lost World from Sonic Adventure? That one stage that, I think Sonic plays it, Knuckles plays it, and I forget who else. I think Big plays it. I get kind of a big, like, Lost World vibe from this place. There's no chaos in this area, though, but there is water, so I suppose that could give you an idea. Remind you of it. Speaking of Sonic Adventure in particular, the composer for this game was a contributing composer for Sonic Adventure before this. He wasn't the main composer. I believe that was Jun Senue, I think is how you say his name. But he was a contributing composer on some of the tracks in the original Sonic Adventure. This is his first job as a main composer, though, this game. I think he did a pretty good job, all things considered, but yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so we got blue enemies. I forget if purple does decently against them, but I think it does, so I guess we'll give it a shot. The Maraca will probably take more to kill than the others, so... You can't use Alpha Storm yet, right? Yeah, no. We could avoid using magic altogether, by the way, by just focusing this turn, or doing something else this turn and then using Alpha Storm in a line, but... Matter of fact, let's do it. Why not?
Here goes.
See what happens. Alright, so we'll whack you upside the head, and then... Ah, he could not run away. He is too slow. Eika's too fast for him. Uh-oh, she's been put to sleep by his physical attacks. What is this, Final Fantasy III? Oh, good. They woke her up. Good. Yeah, if you get put to sleep, you can be woken up instantly by getting attacked physically, so... I think it does a little more damage, but I might just be thinking of Final Fantasy III, or other Final Fantasies when I think of that, so... Alright, let's use your line AoE there, Eika.
Back off. Alpha Storm.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. It's a little overkill, because that did about twice their HP, but that's okay. The point is it hits multiple enemies, and it will kill them, and so then we can kill the Maraca, and that's it.
That was easy.
That level was actually kind of fun. Yeah, I did enjoy that level. Lost World, that is. It was pretty fun. I like most of the stages in Sonic Adventure, though, if I'm honest, so... Better than I am. You actually beat Final Fantasy III. You got stuck because you were bad and didn't break the game with Buyable Fuma Shuriken. Yeah, Buyable Fuma Shuriken is pretty damn busted. But then again, I already told you about how busted Ranger is in the DS version, or the 3D versions of Final Fantasy III, so... I didn't even beat it with Buyable Fuma Shuriken. I just used Barrage over and over and over again until everything fell over. Like, is fucking... Eric's fucking, or Arc, I don't know how you say his name, but his fucking right arm probably looks like a fucking ogre arm. It was like jacked to shit, and his left arm's just like, okay, I'm here. Because weapon proficiency is a thing in that game. You didn't think they'd get rid of a perfectly good mechanic like weapon proficiency from Final Fantasy II in their next game, did you? Because if you did, no, they kept it. It's just a hidden stat now. So that's just great. Yeah, Lunith, Eric, Rafia, and yeah, I think it's either Ignis or Ingus. I think Ignis is the one from Final Fantasy 15, and then Ingus is the one from Final Fantasy 3, because that's not confusing at all. Let's see if there's anything else on the side here. Nope. All right, well, let's hit up this fancy crystal thing and see what it does for us. Might lower the temple. Wouldn't really help me all that much. Might raise the temple, which would help me quite a bit. Excuse me. Yeah, it's Ingus, you dingus. Yeah, there you go. That's an easy way to remember it. You didn't play 15, you avoided it. It didn't look like your kind of game. It is quite a bit different from the Final Fantasies before it, if I'm honest with you. There are a few things about it that I enjoy, though, and I will defend some of it. Not all of it, but I will defend some of it when we eventually play it for the stream. There's particular parts, especially in certain parts of the plot, that I like quite a bit, so... Okay, well, we lowered the temple down. Oh. Okay, that didn't happen before. Fancy. Maybe that'll help with activating the ancient technology in here. Doesn't look like the water level went too many places, though. So that's fine. It's a good fishing game with an RPG attached, yeah. I've actually heard someone call it something very similar to that before, yeah, so you're not too far off with that one. We got a Seeker here. I think this is a rare enemy. It's Silver Elemental, so we don't have anything in particular that's really good against it right now. So just whack it upside the head with your best attacks and you'll be fine. Pretty soon, though, if we keep leveling up, we'll have enough SP for Eika to use Alpha Storm right away in a fight, so that'll be pretty good. I think I want Vice to hit the Seeker, actually, because Eika should be able to hit the Flestick a little more accurately. So, let's do that. A little defensive, that guy. might want to use magic on him. But yeah, you gotta be a little careful with your magic because, of course, magic is a bit of a finite resource, so... Oh good, I've been put to sleep again. Well, it's a good thing I bought a few Curia crystals. Or I could just get lasered. Holy shit. That did almost 300 damage. Damn. Yeah, let's whack the Seeker and then Alpha Storm and see what happens. It'll be fine. The nice thing about Aka is that she's usually, like, very fast, so she almost always goes first in battle. So she'll do pretty good in that department, so usually you don't have to worry about... If you're pretty close to being done with the battle, and you've got a little SP left, you can usually just have her blast the whole field with something, and it'll deal enough damage to kill things, so... Got a little bit of gold out of that, though. 141 ain't too bad. And a Curia Crystal. That's nice. Jesus fuck, it's the beginning of the fucking game. Yeah, this game hits a little hard. Some of the attacks. They hit a little hard. It's because you have... I mean, this heals for 500 HP fixed, so that's why they can hit so hard, because your healing spells heal for a fixed amount. It's not dependent on your stats or anything. So, the attacks can deal a little bit more damage because of that. That's fine. I didn't need that heart attack. Yeah, ooh, a metal slime. Is that what that was? So that's probably... He probably gave me a little extra money because it was basically a metal slime. That's cool. Speaking of metal slimes, loopers are also essentially metal slimes, so, you know. A no healing magic challenge run. I could see it being kind of interesting. I feel like you'd mostly end up using, like, sacred crystals, though, but, yeah. It's probably not a bad idea, actually, all things considered. I'll tell you what, though, speaking of no healing items, no healing magic runs, I always kicked around the idea of, at some point, doing a no healing magic run of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I've just never gotten around to it, that's all. It's just one of those things that's kind of on the back burner, and I may never do it, but it's an idea. It's a glimmer in my eye. Yeah, see how dodgy that guy is? Even Aka can't hit him, so... It's okay, though. We got a preemptive strike, so that should help a little bit. How can I line AoE this looper from where you're standing? I mean, I guess I do this, but then I don't think I hit the flesh stick if I do that. I mean, I guess the looper is worth the extra experience, though, so... And gold. I think they give a lot of money, too, if you beat them. Actually, it's not gold in this game, it's gold, if I remember right. So, well, we'll see after the battle. It's fine. I was gonna say, yes, come up closer to me, sir, so I can get you in the line AoE. But the other one did, so that's fine. Maybe I should have bought, like, a sleep protection thing. I don't know if any of the stuff would have given us sleep protection. It was at the shop, but... Okay, we got a few of them. Oh yeah, it inflicts fire damage, so Alpha Storm won't do anything to him. Okay. That's fine. Because we'll get a purple magic spell after this battle's over anyway, so then it shouldn't be too bad to, you know, get rid of him. But yeah, loopers will run away quite a bit. If you can hit them, it's nice, but if you can't, well, you know, it's fine if you can't. I'm just going to Alpha Storm again, just to make sure I get rid of him in case he's guarding. I believe you can skip these as well, by the way. Yeah, if you press the start button, you can skip their animations. Not really necessary in the early game, but later on in the game, some of the animations can get really long, so if you're in a hurry, you might want to skip them. I'm usually not, though, so I probably won't skip them. Alright, we learned Crystalli. Very good. It's a single-target purple magic spell, so those loopers will not stand a chance against it. I think. Unless they're also immune to purple magic, in which case, I guess it's just a crapshoot. It's not gold, it's EN. There are fuck tons of currencies in games. Yeah, they come up with a different name in each game. It is just gold, okay. So which one was gold, then? I forget. There was a game where gold was the currency, but I don't remember what it was. That wasn't, Can I go outside now? I don't think so. Oh, I can. Okay. Tails. Yeah, the Tails games, it's gold. Yeah, you're right. You're right, it is gold in Tails games. So... Okay, so we moved down a little bit of a level. We're underneath the water level at this point, at the top of the map. Nice little sun glaze there. If I remember right, some of the enemies out here, yeah, can be a little dangerous. Like that guy, Gruder. He is purple element, so he'll be susceptible to Pyre. I think I have enough to Pyre him to death, so... but let's use a red weapon because it'll deal a bunch of extra damage to him, and then we'll use Pyre to deal a bunch of extra damage to everything.
Give me strength.
Yeah, this battle might be a little tough. That Gruder hits pretty hard, but it'll probably be alright. It's like a grouper, except you die! See what I mean? Thankfully that didn't, like, status me or anything just yet, so... There are a few statuses in this game, and none of them are good. The ones... I mean, the buffs are good when you can use them, but... Well, you don't get to use them that often, so... let's see. If I whack this guy upside the head, I can probably Alpha Storm and go from there. I'll probably keep Purple Element on Aka for now, because we can get some extra experience towards the next Crystalli upgrade, if I do that. So. Gold, Yen, short for Ental, Rupees, Jella, Gil, what's another one? Lucre. God, there's so many currencies.
That was fun.
Maka, can't forget Maka. Oh yeah, and Vice needed to get Crystalli, right? Yeah, so we'll get that for him too. So maybe now we should switch over to green for one of them so I can get Aka working on the next green spell. Green isn't like, it's kind of a neutral-ish element. It doesn't really have, I think it's like strong against blue and that's about it. If I remember the chart correctly, there's 6 elements. You've got red, green, blue, purple, yellow, and silver. Red and purple are opposing elements, so, and they are the ones where you'll see the most pronounced difference when you hit something with it. Because, like I said, if you hit something with the opposing element, like hitting a red enemy with purple or vice versa, it does like 40% extra damage from what you'd normally do. So that's pretty nice. Then there's yellow and silver, which are kind of opposed elements. It's like a 10% buff, though, so it's really not a huge deal. They take less damage from themselves, though, so yellow to yellow takes less damage, so there's that. Green is good against blue, so I guess that's pretty decent for these maracas, I think. I guess I could try it. I mean, I should probably kill the Flestic first, because he can put me to sleep, and I don't want that. That's not the right menu. There we go. Yeah, Crystalli's not bad. It's like only 1 SP, so it's not too bad to use. It's just your MP, of course, you gotta watch for, so I'd only really use it on loopers for now. What else? Yeah, and then there's Blue Element, which is not particularly good against anything, if I'm honest with you. It's not even good against green, really, if I remember right. I think it might be, like, slightly effective against red, but you already have purple for that, so, like, why do you need it, you know? I don't know, it's strange. I didn't even kill the looper with that Crystalli. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess I can use my extra last MP. I've got some droplets, so I can use those.
Give me strength.
To hit him, because obviously Alpha Storm isn't doing the trick. And I don't have, you know, enough SP to use Cutlass Fury yet, so... But killing the looper should help, because that'll mean we'll do a little bit of, extra... we'll have a little bit of extra money and stuff after this battle. Some extra resources, so it'll be good. And, yeah, let's just switch to green all the way across the board. Usually it's better to kind of go all in with your elements, so that way you can get spells faster on certain people. So, at least I find it is. So. Alright, almost at a level up here. And Aka needs just a little bit more to get her next green element spell. Good, good. Now, let's do some healing, because I could definitely use the extra MP. Unfortunately, leveling up does not restore your... what's it called? Does this heals me? Not very good, but valued for its fiery red scales. Interesting. I guess those heal you. Cool. Well, Aka, you could probably use a few droplets. Matter of fact, let's just top you off there. I could give some to Vice as well, but we'll worry about that later. It's fine. Probably won't be using Vice's magic all that much, if I'm honest, so... Ooh, there's water leaking out from underneath here. Vice, you better watch out here, buddy. Hit that and run, bro. Yeah, that would not have worked very well for us if we didn't do that. So that should help drain some of the liquid out of the area. Where does the liquid go? Who knows? Probably just hits a certain part of the sky, condenses, and then ends up back in it anyway. But yeah, so it lowered some of the water for us there, and that'll make it a little easier to get where we need to go eventually. I think there's a treasure chest out here if I saw correctly, so let's go get it. Yeah, I probably won't be skipping too many of the attack animations because the attack animations give me a chance to read chat, so or drink water if that's what I want to do. So I think it's a decent way to, you know, get that part done. So we got another Moonberry. Let's use it on Vice, shall we? I think his next move is a defensive move though, so it's not super useful for him, but there you go. Yeah, so now if he uses this, he'll have an 100% counter rate. I don't think there's a way to have him get aggro, though. Like, he isn't, like... I think this would be better, basically, if he was able to, like, say, okay, now all enemies will attack me for the turn, but now I can counter all of them. It would be better, but still, I guess it's not bad. Counter-Strike. So there you go. And the next one we can't quite get yet because we don't have enough Moonberries, so... Or you might have to wait until a certain level to get the next one. I forget. Like, it might be level 5 and then 10 or something like that. So, yeah, you need to manage your items a little bit in this game, as you can see. The dungeons aren't exactly super long, but, well, you can't just spam AoE attacks in most cases and expect to get away with it. Not yet, anyway. That'll have to wait until Fina gets in our party. Then the AoE can begin, because she has more MP than, I think, both Vice and Aka combined, once you keep going. But she's not in our party yet, so we'll worry about that later. Alright, we got more Seekers, that's cool. These guys are probably going to hurt like hell, so maybe I should guard for this turn until I get an Alpha Storm? Might not be a bad idea. Plus we might counter then, too, so you never know. And yeah, a lot less damage if you guard that. It cuts damage by 50%, so it's not bad. Not bad at all. You have Pyre, right? Maybe I'll have you use Pyre just in case Alpha Storm doesn't finish them off, especially since it's like this, which means I'll probably not hit both of them with the line AoE here. I guess I could use Pyre instead, but I'd rather... Well, I have Sacred Crystals if I need them for battles, or like for healing something, so I guess I'll just Pyre spam. Ow. You guys aren't supposed to be faster than Aka. That's illegal. Not sorry. You've seen Fina, and now Fina. Stop using that name game, devs. Yeah, they do like that name, don't they?
Give me strength.
Let's see. Fina with the F. She was the dancer from the Marth Fire Emblem games, right? The other Fina, I don't remember. Like the PH Fina, I don't remember. But then F Fina, of course, we know who that one is, so... Some extra gold, nice. How we doing on Quick? Not bad. Quick isn't like a specifically important stat, it's just that sometimes Vice gets a little bit of low growth in the Quick stat, and when he's slow, you feel it, because then he has to wait for all the enemies to attack before he starts slam-a-jamming them, and it's not a whole lot of fun, so... But yeah, it might not be a bad idea to... If there's a shortcut of some kind to get out of here after this and maybe go buy some more supplies, but I don't know, I think we'll be okay. Keyword is think. How do I get over there? Oh, there's another door somewhere. Okay. Oh, Fina's from an MMO you used to play? Okay, there you go. Essentially a Crusader, okay. Cefico says Grandia 1, I mean, probably. I don't know, I haven't played Grandia, so, but I could take your word for it. Oh, you meant the Fina from East 1 and East 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, well. We all have a different impression, apparently, of who does what here. How about we hit the Flestics to get them out of here first? This battle could be a little tricky because of the Seeker being there as well, and I don't exactly have the best... No, you know what? Hang on, I got a better idea. Let's use Pyre again. I know I'm using my magic like crazy, like people drink water, but... I might be able to kill the Seeker with a Pyre plus plus an attack. So let's see.
Moons, give me strength.
It'll definitely kill the Flestics, though. So, and yeah, we'll be able to kill the Seeker. So, as long as we don't miss, which we did not. Good. But you'll notice that the Maraca took a little bit less damage there. He wasn't guarding, but they have like they're a weird type of enemy. They have their own specific weaknesses and resistances compared to other enemies of the blue element. So, it's hard to explain, but basically the damage that they take from stuff is more pronounced from certain attacks. Like green will deal a lot more damage,
We did it.
and I think red will deal a lot less, if I remember right. I forget exactly, but that sounds right. And they're the only enemy in the game that has this happen. Like, there are other hard shell ammonite-looking enemies that you fight later that look like that, but they don't have the same weaknesses and resistances. It's really strange. I don't know why, but it's there. So, okay, camera, work with me here. Oh, there's a green-haired girl in Grandia 1 named Fina. Okay, gotcha. This color system is going to take you a second. Yeah, basically the only thing you need to know about it is don't attack with the same element that the enemy is, and red and purple are really good against each other. So, oh my god. That is a lot of Flestics. I think we need a Pyre. I'll have Vice do it because he doesn't need the MP as badly.
Moons, give me strength.
Well, this should be a decent amount of experience. One of them was guarding, but that's okay. I think guarding reduces damage from all types of attacks, not just physical, so it's kind of nice. I don't know what was going on with my sword there. It looked like it was glitching through the background, but yeah, quite a bit of experience. Not a whole lot of magic EXP, but that's okay. The magic EXP in this game I find is kind of similar to Final Fantasy V's. The amount that you get is less based on the enemies, like the amount of enemies that you're fighting, and more just based on the battle formation. So, certain battle formations give more magic EXP than others. So, yeah, I don't know how much sense that makes or if it's actually true, but that was my experience anyway. Alright, so one of these doors will have that treasure chest in it, probably this one. And it looks like I have to go through another door to get to the other area, so let's do that. You can look up a type effectiveness chart, you need to look that up sometimes. Yeah, because it's, like I said, in this game it's a little more confusing than in certain other games. Like, I mentioned Chrono Cross was a little more straightforward. So, because in Chrono Cross it's literally just, is this element the opposite of the one you're trying to attack? Yes, well then it does more damage. And it's like 50% in Chrono Cross, but in this game it's a little more obtuse. It's okay though. I guess it gives it some identity. Alright, so there's a ladder right in front of me. Just check and see if there's anything else on the sides. And I guess I'll go around the sides of this to just fill out the map a little bit. I don't think there's anything on the back. No. Okay. I think we're pretty close to the end here, so I might want to heal at the next save point that we see. Which, as it turns out, is right here, so probably a good idea to heal here. I'll use some Sacred Crystals, and I'll probably have Aka take the magic droplets, because she could probably use it a little more than Vice in terms of the needing MP. Vice's magical attacks they leave something to be desired, let's just say that. For the most part, anyway. I mean, he's not terrible on magic, but he's usually third best on magic in the party, if I recall correctly. Like, the fourth character is usually physically oriented, and then Fina and Aka are pretty good at magic. Aka more so because she's fast, rather than powerful, but Fina's really strong on magic, so we'll get there. Alright, well, we ran through all our magic droplets. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of those, aren't I? Because I like spamming AoE moves. But that's okay, we'll get used to how many supplies we need eventually. Whoop. There we go. Alright. Well, let's see what's waiting inside of here. Usually when you see a save point right before the end of the dungeon, that means there's a boss fight coming up. Let's see how true that is. Well, I'm glad the boss fight wasn't that wall of water, because it probably wouldn't have worked out for us. Well, there goes most of the island's natural resources. That's just great. This is like deforestation except water. You say that now, but yeah, I was gonna say we still got to drag it out of here. So, uh-oh, what's happening, Aka? Well, I mean, yeah, they're probably settling because the water all got drained. So, or not. They could just move on their own. Well, yeah, surely you didn't think we were going to get out of here with a giant moonstone like that without some sort of ancient guardian coming to try to kill us, right? Like, this is ancient ruins. That always happens. So yeah, now we got to fight this big guy. I think he's just the golem? I forget. Let's see. Sentinel, that's him. Can't tell if he's silver or non-colored. Huh. Well, I guess I'll just use what works, I guess. Actually, I think purple does pretty good against him, if I recall correctly, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe we can try Counter-Strike. I don't usually use it too much, but it might come in handy, because Vice usually runs up on the enemies first thing in the battle and starts engaging them, so... excuse me, it might come in handy. And Aka's got a little bit of magic, so let's have her use Crystal on him and see how that works.
Bring it on.
Okay, yeah, he engaged Vice, so that's good, because that means he'll probably hit Vice. It's not like a one-to-one thing, like, oh, he's attacking Vice, so he will hit Vice, but yeah, sometimes it works. Target search. Okay, so if I know my Final Fantasy VII, that means the next move will be a big fuck-off laser of some kind, so we should probably guard this turn. There we go. I probably should have counter-struck, but that's okay. Didn't really need it. And now we can use Cutlass Fury. Let's do it. And Aka, why don't you just focus this turn, actually? Because he'll probably just target search again. So that'll give us a little extra SP to use for the next turn. But yeah, this is where most of your damage will come from in the early game. Is from Cutlass Fury, so... I mean, look, it did almost as much as a Crystal, so... Actually, I guess that's more of a statement for Crystal than it is for Cutlass Fury, isn't it? Because Crystal probably does a little more damage, all things considered. So I guess we'll do what we did before, where we Counter-Strike and then we do a Crystal. Because that worked pretty good.
Bring it on.
I usually don't use Counter-Strike, if I'm honest with you. It almost never gets used, so I'm just going to try it now and just see if it does anything for me at all. It might work out, perhaps. Okay, target search. So, yeah, next turn we'll guard and we'll Counter-Strike again. And then we'll go from there.
Bring it on.
You never know. It might work out. It might not. It's okay. Either way, we'll be fine. Oh, Blaster? That doesn't sound good. This is going to be a line AoE, isn't it? Yep. Okay. I mean, I can handle that, kind of. What, no counterattack, Vice? I'm a little disappointed in you. That's okay. I should probably heal Aka, though, if I'm honest, because she's a little low-ish, right? On HP. Well, she's at about half. I think she'll be alright, actually, for the next turn. So let's just attack, and then... Oop, not wrong one. And Crystalli again.
Moons, give me strength.
I could have Vice use Crystalli as well, but I'm out of magic droplets, so I guess I'm just stuck. Bonk. I love the little bonk sound effect from a lot of the blunt physical attacks in this game. It's just so... Hang on. See? Bonk. It's just so cartoony. I love it. Okay, I think we both need healing, so let's spend this turn doing that before he blasters us into oblivion.
Here goes.
Yeah, don't you remember? You can't counter magic or ranged. Yeah, that's true. And it is. It's a ranged attack, so... Can't counter it, unfortunately. What the fuck? A counter can proc off a counter? Not really, honestly. Or did it just now? Maybe it can. I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention, evidently. So, and guard. Because Blaster's on its way. Yeah, you got to kind of play a little offense and defense in this one. It's kind of nice. It's not just like spam attack like some games are. Like some classic JRPGs are just, you pretty much just spam attack and that's it. But this game, not so much. We have max SP though, so let's just blast him this turn. Hit him with everything we've got.
Give me strength.
Now you could play the game without using defense very much, but it will hurt a lot. So, trust me, that's how I played it the first time. I basically didn't guard, like, at all. And it was interesting. I got to hear the danger music a lot more. But, I mean, that's just almost like a standard rule in a lot of RPGs, really. If the enemy's using an attack that does nothing on a turn, something like target search or that, it probably means you should guard. So,
Bring it on.
I'm gonna try that. It'll keep me alive longer. Okay, blaster. That's fine. Yeah, little damage, but hey, we guarded it. Now think about how much that would have done if we didn't guard it. Like, holy shit. That would have done 350 to each person. Yeah, yikes, no thank you. I'm almost out of Crystal E, but we should be out of it just as the fight's over, basically, so... I think, judging by his HP that's left, yeah. We'll use it again next turn, and that should take care of him. Unless he target searches again, in which case I might want to guard again. Yeah, okay. I probably want to guard again. Because we got about, well... Or do I just go for the Gusto? I mean, I guess Eika's going to be faster than him anyway, so I guess I just go for it. Whatever, it's fine. We'll be okay. Okay, Vice went first. That's fine, too, because this will kill him. It's always fun when you can finish a fight with a super move. It just feels right, you know? I guess this guy was load-bearing as well. He must have gotten the same explosives off of Antonio.
We did it.
Good work, everybody. And nobody died. Fantastic. If you die, by the way, you get revived at the end of battle, if I remember right, with 1 HP. So, because we don't have the resources at the moment to revive anybody if they die, so, yeah. Oh, we got some level ups. Vice got a little bit of quick, and Eika got a lot, but that's normal, so. And another Moonberry. I think we've got 2 now. I should have put green on, because then Eika would have gotten her next spell. But I think it's the offensive spell, if I remember right, next, so it's not really that important. So. I don't know, it looks about the same as it did when we first got in here, and it got up then, so. Yeah, probably. It probably sensed the energy from the Moonstone, and it was like, I have to defend this because this place used to be high-tech or something. Alright, let's get the hell out of here with this big Moonstone. Are we gonna get, like, radiation poisoning from this thing? Because it looks very radiation poisoning to me. I'm also gonna need sunglasses, so... Because that's gonna sear right into your eyeballs. Eika's gonna get older and she's gonna be like, I can't see off the port or the starboard side! Cool. We got the raw Moonstone. Nice. Well, that should keep our ships handy and ready to go for a little while. Tales of Rebirth, the Hyogi's mystic arts outside Japan can only be used to end an enemy. Oh, there you go. Seems pretty appropriate considering, you know, what they're probably used for. It's what I try to use Quickenings the most for in Final Fantasy XII because they pierce defense, and once bosses get down below a certain amount of HP, they usually get like a huge spike in their defense, so Quickenings usually help get the job done then. This one guy that was playing the game on YouTube way back in the day, he didn't listen to me when I told him Quickenings pierce defense. He didn't have a very good time of it in the late game. Yeah, when you fucking use Duel the Sun, like, really. I think was Duel the Sun... That was in Graces, right? It was Duel the Soul, I think, in that one, but... So was it Duel the Sun in Rebirth, then? Maybe... I mean, I think it's probably just a reference, but they changed the name a little bit, so... Oh, no grog anymore. Well, yeah, you're the flagman, so you gotta be loosened up. Oh, okay. Oh, Okay. That's pretty bad. What are they doing flying upside down? Wait a minute. Everyone run. Go underground now. Well, we kind of did steal their shit, so, this is gonna go poorly. Kids, get underground now. You should know what to do in a situation like this. This is what the underground chamber is for. Let's just hope the island holds, because good lord, man. My house! That's not very nice. Dine, you might want to include yourself in the women and children part. You're the captain. And this is not a ship, so you don't need to go down with it. Uh-oh. If it's a flagship, and it's a guy with a name like Galcian, and he looks like that, yeah, this is like the big head honcho, isn't it? He's a lord. Oh, good god. Oh, that's the Graces reference. If you put in certain button inputs, you can extend it, the Maxwell extensions. It's nice because in Graces, you steal the last move to finish off the boss. That's kind of cool, actually. Even though you should be dead AF by that point, you just reflect it back. That's kind of cool. First village in RPG, our time has come. Yeah, it always happens this way, doesn't it? And they're going to start the invasion? Oh, boy. Well, I mean... you could say that. He is a bit of a pompous ass with no training whatsoever, so... Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. I guess hopefully they leave the women and children and don't murder them, but... Well, what do you think he wants you to do, Ramirez? Good lord, man. Kill them. Yeah. Well, that's not very nice. I hope we get back in time. Okay, well, we're back out here now, so we can, at least we can get back quickly. Not that I have any magic left over if we need to, you know, fight anybody, but hopefully we can fix that. Although that's going to be a little hard on the world map, isn't it? Because I don't have any magic left over, and we'll be having to fight with just regular physical attacks. Oh, Aka got one more extra MP. Okay, good. Good job, Aka. That'll come in handy. You literally eat 6 Mystic Arts in a row that have high AF damage. You should be atomized at that point. Nope, steal the final attack, kill the boss, fully heal your party. Sure. Fun. That's fun. It's silly, but it's very anime, you know what I mean? So it seems appropriate, because the Tales games are very anime, so... I think you can come back here, but I think we got everything here, so let's just go back to the ship and then head on out. It's fine. Have I not seen the Maxwell extensions ever? So, I have seen someone play some of Graces. I've not seen them beat it, and I have not played Graces myself, so I have not seen... When you said Maxwell extensions, I started thinking of, like, Elemental Mastery from Xillia, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about, so... Yeah, I don't think I've seen what you're specifically talking about, so... Well, surely, I mean... Yeah, it's haunted by ancient golems that try to murder you, so that's just great. Speaking of trying to murder you. Close, you'll link me. Okay, gotcha. Sounds like a plan. What we got here? A looper. Great. Vice, you have 0 MP. I was going to say, can you use Crystal-y? But no, you can't because you don't have MP. So I guess, instead, I'll just try to hit the looper upside the head and fail. That works, I guess. Oh, we need green. Hang on, we need green element, yeah. And looper is silver, so it's fine if we use green. So, go after the gasling, actually, because then we can at least get it off the field quickly. It's got low HP, so... I like to try to eliminate the low HP threats first, because usually that doesn't happen where I actually hit the looper. But usually if Aka can go quickly and defeat them, it's pretty good, because then they're not a problem that you have to deal with later in the battle, so... That's why I like to do it. Why don't we just use physicals here? It's probably fine. See, there's a few different battle themes in this game. I don't know what specifically triggers one or the other, but I think they're all pretty good.
Is it over already?
I think that our composer guy, who this is his first full-on OST job, did a pretty good job, if I'm honest. So, okay, cool, and that gets us Noxie. So that's the offensive. Ooh, and I even got an item from those guys. That's pretty rare, actually. A Thief Sora. It's a poison spell, basically. So it can poison enemies, and it deals some damage. It's probably best against enemies that are weaker to green elements, but I don't really use it because a lot of enemies are immune to poison, unfortunately. It would be really nice to use against bosses if they were not immune to poison, but they usually are. Let's check out that Thief Sora. I don't remember what that does, so I guess we'll find out. It is extra defense and dodge percentage. Okay, that's probably better for Aika, actually. Well, she gets some quick from the Flash Ribbon, which might not be a bad idea to keep there. I guess it's only 2, though. Excuse me, in exchange for 10% dodge and 2 defense. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'll use it. I got it in a battle, so I might as well, you know. Watch me, like, go last now because I took the 2 quick off. Like, all the enemies will start hitting first instead. Oh, boy. Oh, excuse me. Hey, this chest was filled when I was in the cutscene there. Probably the Valuans raided it on their way through while they tried to burn my village to the ground. Thanks, guys. Let me just come here. There's no reaction. Vice has no reaction. And the Valuans are like, was I wrong then? Yeah, we can't get back up to Lookout Island, unfortunately, at this point. So, I guess we can get back in my house, though. It's good to see everybody got out of here. Can I sleep here? No, this is Mom and Dad's bed. They wouldn't let me sleep here. Can I sleep in my own bed? Is my own bed even intact at the moment? These are questions we will find out right now. I like that they at least put that in there where it's like, yeah, no, you can't sleep right now considering this place is a fiery wasteland. Yeah, makes sense to me. Alright, well anyway. We might have to go downstairs and fight some Valuans with no MP, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We made it work on the airship, so we'll make it work now. I gotta figure out what element I'm gonna focus on next, though. I don't really know at this point. I mean, once we got Sacri and Pyre and Crystalline, it was kind of like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I could focus on getting more of more fire spells for extra multi-target damage. But Pyre does pretty good by itself, honestly, for a little while anyway. I do eventually want to get up to like the higher level versions of Pyre, but we don't quite have access to that yet. What's the situation? That kid is having a bad day. Yeah, I could imply that from looking outside. They took all the men, uh-oh. They're gonna use them as slaves. And they destroyed the Albatross? How the hell are we supposed to find them, then? I mean, we have the little skipper, or skiff, but still, that doesn't mean that we can use it to get all the way to Valua from here. What if we hit, like, a skydrift or something? Yeah, I should probably do that because this shit's not... This is not okay. We'll go see everybody else after we make sure Mom knows we're alright. Yeah, we made it out because we were out getting the Moonstone, so... Oh, no! Well, he was probably correct, so... Unfortunately, that means they were all taken hostage, but yeah. Great. Oh yeah, and about her, too. Fantastic. Well, sounds like we need to, yeah, go get them before that becomes a problem. Yeah, we gotta go save them. I mean, think about our morals there, Aika. We don't have a choice. Yeah, that's the truth of it. It's not going to be easy, but we'll see what we can do. We just got to go to a place with a bunch of ships and see if we can, I don't know, buy or borrow one. Maybe that discovery will help me buy a whole ass ship. Oh, I'm pipe dreaming there. So what can we do? Okay. Well, he's got a fair point, so... And I mean, it's going to take them a while to get to Valua. It's kind of far away from here, so... So let's formulate a plan, and yeah, rest up for today. We'll get some supplies, and then we'll leave for Valua after that. Meanwhile, in the airspace of Galcian's flagship, the Serpent... Well, we had her for about 5 minutes, and now she's kidnapped again. That's just great. Boy, how's this gonna go? It's basically like Leia and Darth Vader. Except Fina isn't Galcian's... What would Leia be by comparison? Is that his daughter? God, I forget my Star Wars lore. Anyway. Well, you see, my dear, the Empire has many, many resources. Oh, okay, yeah. So the Empire has an Empress, Theodora, or Theodora? Well, no, I'm going to say Theodora because there's no H there. So... And apparently he knows exactly who she is and where she's from. She's a citizen of the Silver Civilization. Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, you're the evil Empire. Why would she want to? You're not very good at this whole coercing thing, are you? You're gonna have to coerce her by force, as it turns out. The comforts of the brig. Yeah, sure. Okay. I like his flagship colors, though. The purple and black looks really nice, especially with the little flecks of gold from the serpent on it. That's nice. I hate to give him credit, but he has some style. Alright, let's go downstairs and buy some supplies, because we're gonna need them. If the supply shop is even still open. It should be. Now the real question is going to be, how the hell are we going to get to the next town over in this little skiff? Because I don't remember where it is. Well, yeah, I mean, usually Dad made all the pirate decisions around here, but she did marry him, so it's probably rubbed off on her a little bit. Yeah, wouldn't exactly work out. All right, well, anyway, let's head down here. Can I slide side? I can. Aha! I don't know why. That always brings me some joy when I can slide in multiple different directions down a... like when you slide down a pole in a game. If it lets you slide in a spiral like that. It's probably not very good on your hands, but... I mean, I don't think the characters in the game have to worry about that. So... Alright, supply shop was in here, if I remember right. So let's go see what we can buy with our extra money now. First of all, we're going to need more magic droplets. So, Aaron, take my money, if I can turn towards you. Oh, there we go, hold on. Whoa-ha, hey-ho-ha. There. Oh, good. Thanks, Aaron. Well, we will, once we get them back. So, let's hear what she has to say. That's a different option, I think, than what it was. Oh, well, good. That should help a little bit then. I saw that it wasn't just talk to Aaron, it was something different, so I figured I'd check it out in case it was like something extra, you know. I don't think these really do a whole... I'm trying to remember what these fish do, but I don't really remember, honestly. Want to get rid of the flash ribbon? I think I'll keep it, actually. Excuse me, just in case the Thief's Aura isn't as good. Although the Thief's Aura might be worth a decent chunk of money, so I might want to... grab it just for that, you know, like to sell it so that I can do that. Actually, I don't think I need quite that many just yet. How many do we have at the moment? 2? Let's grab 8, actually, for now. And then magic droplets, yeah, let's get up to 10. That's fine. And then Curie crystals we're still in good shape on, so we'll do that. Now I'll buy some supplies, and then if we have any extra money left over, I'll come back and buy some more magic droplets and sacred crystals. So, yeah, on top of the fact that they're like our family and friends, you know, that's kind of important too, Aaron. Let's see. What was I going to do right here? Oh, yeah, unequip the Thief's Aura from Aka to see if it is more useful as a sellable than it is as a piece of equipment that I'm actually using. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that sells for 165. Okay, goodbye. Sorry, you'd probably be pretty useful in battle, but like that's a decent chunk of money, and we don't have a whole lot at the moment, so might as well. Alright, let's go buy some weapons and armor. Well, good. That means that they didn't take them back, right? And there's that, yeah. That too. Probably a good idea, yeah. And also not a good thing if I was to die from, you know, not having correct weaponry. So let's get some correct weaponry. So Pirate Cutlass, a Leather Crescent, those sound pretty good. Let's grab them. And, oh, okay, so you can equip them on the equipment menu and then select the color that way. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just stick red on for now. That's fine. Alright, cool. And then we'll take Aka's Leather Croissant. And we'll stick that on red as well for now, because we'll need the little extra red. I don't know if red's going to be the next thing I'm going to do, if I'm honest with you, but we'll see. The light robe is female equipment, so Vice can't equip it. And then there's the value in uniform, which will be... You can equip it on anybody, it doesn't matter, so... that gives extra magic, so that might not be a bad idea to let Aka be a little more powerful in that department. This gives Vice less hit, though, so we don't want to give that to him. Basically, you have to look for something that gives Vice hit, because, again, he starts at 90% on his accuracy rating, so it's really not all that good, in my opinion. Okay, but let's grab a light robe for Aka. And then we'll grab a value in uniform for Vice. And then we'll be good. And then I can buy more sacred crystals and magic droplets. Cool. And then I think there's a few things we can sell. We could sell the cutlass and the boomerang, because I don't think we'll ever need them. Do we? Well, we got this as a gift from Dine, so maybe I should keep it just as... Because it's their favorites, you know, so I guess I'll just keep it just for the hell of it. I don't remember if they're useful for anything. I know these aren't useful for anything, though. It's just that sometimes weapons in video games, it's like you should keep them because they might turn into better weapons later in the game, and I forget if this game does that or not. So I guess I'll just hold on to them. Alright. So there's that. Oop. Go around this way. There we go. Now we can buy some more of these. So let's do that. Let's see. So I guess I'll buy up to 15 on these. I think I'm going to need more of these than the other ones, though, if I'm honest. So let's buy up to like 20 on these, because they only heal 1 MP per. It's like trying to get... It's like the chakra drops that I have to get in the early game in Nocturne, except it's a lot easier to get these ones. I don't have to kill pixies over and over again to get these ones. In Nocturne, there's an area where there's exclusively pixies that you fight, and they're low level with low HP, and they drop some pretty decent healing items, so usually I spend some time in the early game just fighting them. They don't give a whole lot of experience, but they give a decent amount of Maka as well, so... do I need to get to 15 of these? Probably not at the moment, actually. I guess I'll buy 5 more of these then. I'm sorry, I like magic. I like spamming AoEs. Excuse me. Alright, well, we're sufficiently stocked up, I think. So let's head back down and then up the pole. I guess I could just go straight up from here and end up pretty much where I was anyway. And then we'll head on out. I forget if you can save on the world map just by default. I think you can, but I guess we can figure it out and try in a minute. So. But we are all good on our supplies, so this should get us at the very least to the next town over. I don't think I'll be needing 25 MP to get to the next town over. I've only got 6 at maximum right now, so, you know, that's gonna do us some good, I think. Yeah, like I said, see, this place, I mean, I guess all of the buildings were fairly sturdy, with the exception of this one. We ain't getting into that one again. But the stone building stayed intact, for the most part. Probably not our vegetables, though. Well, looks like a couple of them are left. Probably not the good ones, though. The Valuans probably took the good vegetables. So that's just great. Alright, so let's save here. We'll see if we can save on the world map. I think you can just by going to that next page option on the menu. But I'll check it out. Let's see. Our windmill got destroyed too, damn. Those Valuans were thorough. Oh, the kids are here to see us off. That's who it is. Pow, that's the dog's name. Yeah, keep the kids safe, okay, pal? Attaboy. Good boy. Sounds like a plan, Alan. Well, yeah, I mean, help your parents out, and I'm sure this place will be back to, you know, top shape in no time. Hopefully. Well, that's the idea, Lindsay. I will. Yeah, so that'll get you a little extra swashbuckler rating there, so. You don't need to worry, he says, not knowing the dangers that this trip will be wrought with. And look, it's Jimmy, but not Jimmy. That's a different person. That's me. Well, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, I'm just glad you're not injured anymore. Alright, let's take our little skiff out to the world map and see where we can go with it. Yeah, I think we're gonna need it, honestly, the good luck, because getting to Valua on a little ship like this, it's not really gonna work out. We're gonna need something bigger and an armor. Okay. And she does mean due north, like quite a bit due north, so we'll have a few little stop-offs before we get there to hopefully buy some supplies, some extra equipment, and all the various adventuring coutures you need. That I did not pronounce that word correctly. But there you go. We got quite a bit to get in order to take on Valua. But we'll have to in order to go rescue Fina and the rest of the Blue Rogues. So, I suppose that means that there's only one thing left to do, and that is go do it and get started on our adventure. But we'll wait to get started on that adventure until the next episode of Skies of Arcadia, the stream edition. I cannot save out here. I don't think. Maybe I'll have to save in the thing? Oh, there we go. I can save like this. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, we'll head due north to see if we can get to Valua on the next episode. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be early next week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. It might be either tomorrow or Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, daylight time. I got 2 more streams left until my fitness test for the firefighter's exam, so I'm going to probably front load a couple of streams next week and then just take a few days to kind of prepare and rest up. And then we'll do the 3rd stream next week after the test. But that's neither here nor there. For now, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'll see all of you on the next one after I post the schedule, which will be posted on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord a little bit after this. Excuse me. But yeah, until early next week, I'm going to tentatively say Monday, but maybe not. I'll figure it out in a few minutes. But until then, take care and have a good one. Yeah, this is MC Bailey signing off. Have a good day. I don't think he ever, like, inflected day like that, at least not from what I remember. But, oh well, doesn't matter.